Wah, 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 wah.
Went right around the old circle, right back to Monday, huh?
Yeah.
How this shit works?
Yeah.
You start there, and you're all like, whoa. And then the week goes by, you have weekend, you have a great time, fun, and then you're back here again.
Yeah.
It's like a game board.
That was a great hockey fight. I just turned Anthony out to hockey fighting.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one.
You're not a big hockey guy.
No, but I do enjoy a good brawl.
Somebody tweeted overnight. It was a nice little treat when I woke up this morning. A beautiful hockey fight last night. My God. Bench clearing brawl, old school. Everyone pairing up.
Yep.
And then the goalies went at it, which is the silliest thing ever. I think that could be the silliest thing in sports. Because they're on opposite ends of the ice. They have no beef with each other. They're not in contact with each other.
Can't even, like, shit talk each other. They're so far away.
Thank you. You can't even read their lips from that far away.
No.
And they can't give you the finger because they got, like, fucking...
the big gloves
huge gloves on.
And all the padding makes it so they're not very nimble in a fight.
So all of a sudden, what? They go, you want to go?
Yeah. What?
I said you want to go!
Wait. What is that? I can't hear you.
I'm going to start heading your way because you can't hear me.
Yeah, they slowly lumber out.
They lumber out.
Lumber.
And then next thing you know, the goalies are squaring off.
Yeah.
And they look like two big, huge sumo wrestlers. They can't really move.
Yeah.
Half the fight is trying to get an arm free so you get a few punches in. It's on my Twitter, OP Radio. Cheap plug, I understand, but this was a great fucking fight. What was it? The Bruins? No, the Sabres. Excuse me, the Sabres and the Leafs last night. Holy fuck!
The linesman is calling for the training staff in a hurry.
Wow.
Whatever. That's the longer form, I think. That's a different clip of the fight. But wow.
Pretty good.
Just a point that the goalies are fighting is just so ridiculous.
It looked silly.
They're fighting for their team colors at that point.
Yeah.
Have some pride. Have some pride in your colors.
You took off your uniform.
And what's going on with hockey? You got to keep your helmets on this year.
That's what I heard.
Is that official?
Like if you take your helmet off to fight, you're gonna get. Some kind of a severe penalty.
Hockey, don't do it. Don't do it.
So they want to take fighting out? Is that the deal?
Don't do it. I know what you're thinking. We all know what you're thinking. You're getting a little scared with this new world we live in.
It's a bad example for the children. We want it to be a family game, like baseball.
God, you go to a hockey game and the kids jump up on their seats. They love it.
Yeah.
They absolutely love the fighting.
It's teaching aggression, which we don't need because that leads to school shootings.
They should stop this immediately. It's interfering with the game.
There's two
Well,
goalies going at it.
The goalies. They're at arm's length, and they're just trying to get one arm to move enough to punch each other.
Even the announcers were laughing.
Yeah.
When the goalies...
the goalies are on it.
Too funny, man. But hockey, they're thinking.
Yeah.
We live in this PC world. We can't have fighting anymore. Even though it's worked perfectly for so many years. But now, like everything else in our society, you got to find what could possibly be a problem somehow.
And it all comes down to money.
There's no real problems.
It comes down to money. Sponsorships for a family game.
Right.
Is a lot more lucrative than to try to pay for gooning it up with these guys. You're not going to get those. I don't think you're going to get Procter and Gamble on board.
Well, I mean, they've taken a lot of the fighting out of hockey.
Yeah,
it's down to now each team used to have guys that they couldn't even skate. Their whole job was to just go out there and fight. And now they got maybe one position on every team for that guy, maybe.
Mm-hmm. But don't think it's for anything else but cash reasons, I think.
So, but hockey's scared. So instead of saying no fighting, they're like, well, I guess if they have to keep their helmets on, maybe they'll fight less.
Yeah.
So then we officially did not take fighting out of hockey.
And then a couple of guys, I guess, got in a fight, and they literally removed each other's helmets.
Because that was legal?
Because that's legal. They found a way around it. They wanted to fight.
I saw that video. It's hilarious.
So they took off each other's helmets.
Like gentlemen.
And started fighting.
Like, I'll take your helmet off, you take mine off.
You can't take your own helmet off to fight. So they took each other's off.
Now, wait, did they give each other the courtesy of actually taking the helmets off?
Yeah. Like, there wasn't a punch thrown, like, until they both had their helmets
it's a great video. It was out a week or two, I guess a week ago.
I'd love to see that.
They were ready to square off, and like, oh, that's right, I can't take my helmet off. So they kind of gave a look like, I'll take yours off, you take mine off, and now we can fight.
Right.
And the other thing about the bench...
Yeah, here it is.
Is this it?
It's great. That's funny shit, man.
We'll put some of these up on our Facebook page. So they're ready to square off. All right, let me take yours off.
That's great.
And then they fought.
They just proceed to punch each other. Oh, that's funny.
And the other thing about hockey fights, really fast, and we'll move on to the Metallica show, which was amazing this past Saturday night.
Yes.
The bench clearing brawl happens. They all square off. And then something happens between the guy you're fighting, and you go, all right, you cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool. You cool? Yeah, I'm cool. All right, let's just hold each other for a little while.
Yeah, then they just hold on to each other, skate those little circles.
While the rest of our teammates continue their fights until they're cool.
Yeah.
They're not cool yet, but are we cool?
We're
cool, right?
Punching each other. What happened?
Right. I can't imagine you get into a fight outside of a bar or whatever, and then all of a sudden you decide you're punched out, he's punched out, and you look at each other like, we're cool, right?
Grab beer.
Yeah, we're cool. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, have a nice night.
You were just, bludgeoning each other.
Sure.
Well,
that just happened. That's why we're bringing it up. So it's, I got it on my Twitter. It's everywhere. Fuck it. You'll find it. And I think we'll put it on our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Metallica at the Apollo Theater.
The Apollo.
Saturday night.
Terrible. Loud.
Oh, it was so loud. I didn't go for that.
It was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life, and I've been around a while now.
It was so fun.
I couldn't even tell you what the second loudest thing I've ever heard in my life was. Before the show, everyone was, there was warnings all over the place. Like, these guys are not turning down their sound. They're pretty much bringing the shit they would play at an arena with.
Yeah, they said they're not going to tame it down just because they're in a smaller venue as far as the volume goes. And somebody said it could get nauseatingly loud, like literally make you nauseous.
They expected people to actually get sick because it was so loud.
Yeah.
And I've never experienced anything as loud as that in my life.
Unfucking believable.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
This is how dumb people in Twitter are. We had 6th row seats.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How about
seats.
5?
Oh, yeah.
It was 6.
F is 5.
It was 6 for us. It was 5
F is 6.
for them.
Look at me.
Yeah, no, it was 6.
Trying to correct you. Yeah, 6th row. You're right.
And I tweeted, I would literally, while they were setting up the stage, I tweeted a picture. You could see how close we were. I'm like, lousy seats from Metallica.
I know.
Because people just, they just have to be dicks no matter what you tweet.
Dummy goes, well, dude, you're lucky you even got to go. Why don't you it's like, do you really not understand I'm being sarcastic?
As soon as you realize people just have to be dicks, then Twitter's a much easier experience. They're just idiots.
Hold on. You wrote lousy seats for Metallica on your own
I wrote
picture.
that as a joke, obviously.
And then someone else went, you're lucky you get
That's even.
Oh my God!
How do you?
Asshole.
But I tweeted.
Yes.
You could see there was a guy on stage cleaning up, so you could see where I was. Like a few seat heads, seat rows. Like, how do you not know I'm being sarcastic?
I zoomed in on my pictures to make it look like I was in the 3rd row.
That's the best thing you could do. I was taking pictures, zooming in, taking a screen cap, and then sending that out.
Right. I'm actually on the stage right now.
Look at me.
God, they were fucking amazing.
Yeah, they were great. I took a couple of videos of songs in their entirety.
Dude, it was great. Your one video was great.
Both are great. Why is the sound that much better on the iPhone? I finally found something that I'm pissed off about my phone.
The sound is really fucking good.
Why?
I have no idea.
Is there a setting on the iPhone?
No. I don't know if
Did you muffle it?
I was holding it. I think it was, I think my hand might have been in the way.
Dude, you got great sound off an iPhone.
Because it was really fucking.
Go to Anthony's YouTube page. He did one and said but true. That's I
know. It's like,
that should be your phone?
Yeah. so fucking loud.
It's from your phone, man.
How close we were.
I know.
I like your videos because that's where I was sitting.
Yeah. And then when he comes over the other mic, it looks amazing. He's right the fuck there.
Yeah, that's the far right mic.
Wow. And the video looks fucking
It's fucking
like...
No, it's awesome.
Steady Hands McGillicuddy. How the fuck did you do that?
You got to commit to it. That's what sucks.
Yeah, you do.
You got to decide, all right, I'm not going to really enjoy this song.
But I really did enjoy it. Wow. It was amazing. Yeah, he comes over to the other mic, and he's like right in... And then I walked up the aisle to get really close to it.
Oh.
Because I wanted to get like at least one really close shot of him. Because he fucking looks so badass.
Yeah.
There's Anthony moving toward the stage.
It's like, dude, look how close that is.
You're fucking 2 feet from James Hetfield.
Because he's singing, but Sam, but true.
Your eye level at his balls.
It's so cool, man.
And then he backs up so he doesn't ruin his shot.
No.
Nice.
Wow.
Years ago, you would have needed a fucking giant camcorder to get anything near
What are you
that.
talking about? They wouldn't even let you do what you just did.
Now you just
They would
get your-
wrestle you to the ground.
Technology's fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
The bands had to finally just give up on all that,
They did,
obviously.
yeah.
Except Prince.
What do you mean?
Oh, Prince is the worst. He has to throw it out immediately to put your phone up. Of his
That
shows.
is-
Yes.
Fucking
Jack
guy.
White too. These guys are fucking.
Jack White?
What a
No
guy.
phones.
You want me to cut? You want me to gouge the fucking tat off your arm like fucking
Because they're thinking,
gladiator?
why not just enjoy the? Because it's 2013, motherfucker.
Well,
It's the world we live in.
I want
That
to
would-
enjoy it again.
Yeah.
like later on.
That would be okay if it was like 5 or 6 years ago, but it's impossible to stop people from filming your shit now.
Yeah.
Because the next app will be
Wow.
a black screen. The next app is going to be something that you can film at concerts with without your fucking screen glowing.
Wow.
Wow! That's the next app.
Yeah.
I'm sure people are already doing that.
Yeah.
Just get some fucking electrical tape.
Well, yeah, but then hopefully an app will be easier. You know, no one wants to put tape on their phone.
What do you mean Jack White does that?
He doesn't like seeing phones up. He likes performing for an audience that's engaged.
So what does he do?
He tells people to...
Does he get pissy about it?
No, there's an announcement before the show that nobody
Oh.
can take any pictures or video with their phones, and
Right.
then people get kicked out.
Oh, no. He just lost some points from me. Jack White should be cooler than that. Don't you think? He's not going to stop this shit.
He's notorious, though. I mean, he
Oh,
did
yeah.
that Radio City concert where he walked out after 45 minutes.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right.
Oh, so he's a douche.
He takes his live shows very seriously.
I can put your name.
So does Metallica.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They were tight.
Did you like them, Sam?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, they were amazing.
Have you ever seen them live?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's my 5th time.
Yeah.
And
This is the most amazing fucking time seeing them.
I've never seen.
without a doubt.
Dude, this is how close you are to that show.
It's great.
It was like watching them in a fucking, and you're watching them like in a garage almost. It was
Yeah.
like, 'cause
Yeah.
we saw them. The first time I saw Metallica, I realized was '85.
85.
Oh
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Whenever
Man.
when I saw them opening for Ozzy, I think it was the Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets tour. Maybe it was '86. It was Ozzy's. I believe the Ultimate Sin tour. I'm
Wow.
almost positive.
I go back to 88, 89-ish in Buffalo. 85, wow.
Maybe. I mean,
Good for you.
Motley Crue was '83 with Ozzy, and I'm trying to think if it was these guys were on the next tour. I believe.
Wow. I was telling Ant before the show, they can't get excited about playing these songs at this
I know,
point.
right?
It's got to be kind of their job.
Yeah, you think Enter Sandman, they're getting like, yeah, let's fucking rock this.
Right.
Or it's like
Like, how does that work?
going through the motions, but they make it look like, you know, they're full of energy and everything. But
I don't know. When they hear that, especially at a show like this, it might be being so close.
I
to
don't
the
even know
audience
if they get
that's
excited
so
seeing an
into these
audience
songs.
anymore.
they've done it so
Maybe at the
many
Apollo
times.
because it was a special place, but in general, I don't know if a band even gets excited to see that crowd roaring
Right?
anymore.
Dude, they fucking have
I
done
would love
this.
to ask these guys. Well, that ain't happening.
They've literally played the song thousands of times.
Right.
Literally thousands of times.
So what makes it a little different, a little more special for them, you
yeah,
think?
yeah.
I bet
guess
you the
a show
crowd
like
reaction
this-
does do something for them.
Huh?
The crowd reaction, I bet you does something.
Probably.
But you're probably right about arenas. Like, they probably have a tough time getting excited about it. 'Cause
Yeah, that was
they've
crazy.
been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah. I would love to ask a band like Metallica, Stones, U2's up there. Who else? Pearl Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I listened to the Pearl Jam channel. I was telling Anthony, and you'll hear a live, let's say. It's like, here's a live from 1996. Here's a live from 2001. Here's a live from 2008. You get the point.
Yeah.
And that's through time.
Oh.
And you think, and then you said in between those times they played it another
fucking
couple hundred times.
Yeah, it's all over the world.
So what excites them at that point?
Yeah.
I bet you it's the response from the crowd. Because
Still, you think?
yes, I'll tell
The
you,
adulation of my fans.
with jokes, you don't get the same response forever. It becomes music is such a fucking visceral reaction. They're probably sick of it at one point.
They gotta be sick of playing. Let's go with Pearl Jam alive. They can't get up. So they know how to fake it to a point like, oh no, man, we're playing this for the first fucking time.
Yeah.
But in their heads, they gotta be faking it. I don't know if there's that level of excitement anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know.
Yeah, until you're in that position, I guess you wouldn't know. I'd like to ask them though. Yeah.
Has any band ever kind of talked about that? The burnout of playing these songs over and over again for decades.
Yeah.
I mean, for decades.
Seems like a pretty like pat question that you'd ask a band at some point.
But they don't. But the difference is they don't go through the motions though. They're playing it like, no, man.
Yeah.
We love this fucking song.
But he's probably going through his head like, oh yeah, what do I got to do tomorrow? He's just fucking riffing like crazy. You're like, what am I doing? I got to rotate my tires. What do I got to do?
Every note they've done a million times.
Yeah.
So to you, you're like, holy fuck! Look how
comes robotic. That's great. What a show! The fucking can't say enough.
They were For Whom the Bell Tolls was one of my favorite moments. For some reason, just looking around, and because it was such an older tune.
Yeah.
Man, did the crowd respond to that.
They responded to everything.
My nickname in high school by my girlfriend's friend, because I wore Kangos, was a For Homer. I didn't know what it was. They would be like, hey, how's For Homer? Because I would wear those stupid Kango hats that look like a bell, so they would call me like For Homer, as in For Whom the Bell Tolls.
God, really? That's hilarious.
Oh, good.
Let's go to Cody in Kingston. Cody, were you at the show?
Yeah, how's Jackety?
Hey, it's Tony, T-O-N-Y.
All right.
No, I wasn't at the show, but I just want to thank you guys for posting the videos, especially Anthony for posting the video. It was, I appreciate it as a Metallica fan and an O&A fan. I was at the Yankee game yesterday, though, and got to see them, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was so weird. I went to the Yankee game, too, and, there's Metallica. They're out on the field, and obviously they can't bring an entire stage worth of equipment with them. And it's fucking Yankee Stadium. They need to be able to break it down quick and get the game started after because they had a Mariano Rivera kind of a whole big tribute to him because he's retiring.
Yeah,
and that's his song "Enter Sandman" when they bring him out onto the field, and they didn't have enough equipment for Metallica to be heard at Yankee Stadium because again they had to break it down quick. So it's just kind of like,
oh really?
Really? What? You can't hear them.
So even through the PA, they couldn't pump that shit through the PA in a way that would make it sound cool.
They did, but it wasn't like same fucking
sound.
I guess it didn't help that I was fucking 6 feet away from them the night before. I'm like, yeah, this sucks. But no, it was absolutely cool.
Yeah, there's
very cool to be
there's
there.
your reality. There's all of our realities. You're 6 feet away from Metallica. Next day I'm
in a fucking crowd of thousands, fucking trying to squint a view at them across the fucking field. It was very cool though, seeing Rivera, that tribute they did for him before the Yankee game, and poor fucking Andy Pettit. It's his last time fucking pitching.
What do you mean? He's not
for
getting
the Yankees.
He's not getting the same send off
at home. Yeah,
all right.
And like. He gets done, they go out and a huge ovation for him, but nothing like the, hour and a half extravaganza they gave Rivera.
Wow.
Pettit was a great pitcher, but he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer,
right,
best anything in history.
I know. He gave a curtain call. He was all teared up and shit like
Who
that.
was? Maybe Pettit.
Pettit.
Oh.
But maybe he should hang in there for one more year. Let them do the Rivera
Right?
thing.
Hey, come on, fucking.
Even if he doesn't
hook me
really
up.
pitch next year, but just like be on the roster so they could give him a proper send off. That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you're also leaving. Okay. See ya. Let me say hi to Jeff in New Jersey. Jeff.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Jeff.
All right, brother.
Hey, I saw the Ataris at Rutgers a couple of years ago, and they had this one-hit song, Van Diemen's High School Football Rules, and they just straight up told the crowd, we fucking hate playing this song anymore, but we know you guys all want to hear it, so I guess we'll play it, sing along, have fun, but this is going to suck for us.
Well, that's your fucking job. Get out there and play.
Yeah, but a band like that, I mean, they don't have as many
Exactly.
hits.
Radiohead stopped playing.
Yeah, those cocksuckers.
Creep.
They don't play any of that good shit. Karma Police, you won't hear that fucking song either.
Which goes to our point. I bet you this happens with all bands, but then you got the cocks out there that have to be dicks about it.
Well, you saw Neil Young that time. You fucking sat there and listened
to... Oh, my God. You need to hear the story again? Because I'm ready to tell it. I'll tell it again. Hey, Neil, how about one for us?
One for us. Oh, shit. Fucking, yeah, you want to hear those hits.
Right.
Sorry. I was wondering when they were doing the show, that thing, I was thinking they would have to play Enter Sandman, but are they going to rush through it? Or are they going to do some weird like live version? And no, they put
a medley.
They put
everything into it.
Yeah.
Oh, they pushed it hard, but I mean, besides Enter Sandman, we're talking even some of the ones with, Master of Puppets and For Whom the Bell Tolls. Even those songs have got to be kind of boring for them at this point.
Creeping
It has
Death.
to be.
They've played them a fucking million times.
They also have a nice sized catalog, though. When you have a good catalog,
if you can mix
it
your
up.
set lists
a little
Which is
bit,
probably why
right?
Springsteen keeps from shooting himself, because he's always doing different set
But
lists.
Springsteen can get away with not playing some songs in lieu of other songs just based on his fan base.
Right.
And then there are the hardcore Metallica fans that don't even like Metallica anymore, that just want to hear old stuff. But the majority of people that are going to go see Metallica, there's certain songs that they're going to want to hear every time.
Right.
And those are the ones that they have to play.
But then, I mean, everyone could pick a song they wish they played the other night.
Yeah.
Mine was Wherever I May Roam. But I didn't go home going, oh, what a bummer. They didn't play Wherever I May Roam.
They did all good songs.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
geez.
fucking great, man.
What else did they miss?
Fade to Black, I would love to have heard.
Right.
Four Horsemen, I would love to have heard.
There you go.
Motor Breath off Kill 'Em All is fucking amazing. They did Battery, they did Blackened, they did...
I would have loved Don't Tread on Me.
Yeah, Don't Tread on Me would have been great. I would love to have heard fucking Fuel, even though that's not one of their,
Oh, that would have been cool to hear,
Yeah. I would love to have heard off of Death Magnetic.
You'd still be there, Jimmy. Jesus
No, I
Christ.
know,
All
I'm
right,
saying,
we
like-
get it.
There's a song I
They
can't
played
think
for
of.
over 2 hours.
I can't think of a song off Death Magnetic I want to hear. Fuck.
Yeah, after Enter Sandman, they left the stage and then come back for Creeping Death, which I stayed for that encore. Yeah. And then I'm like, let's fucking roll, because I don't want to be out there on fucking 125th Street just waiting for fucking non-existent cab, because the 1,000 people, more than that, are coming out. Well, so I fucking hightailed it, walked out. It was like a movie. I walk out, taxi, hopped in, boom, I'm out of there.
Yeah, because no one left yet.
Yeah.
My date fucking made me stay.
Your date?
Yeah, my date.
Who was that?
Sam Roberts.
Sam Roberts, Opie's date.
Yeah. Both times.
You're such a prick.
What, because I wanted to experience the show?
You didn't have a ticket. I gave you the fucking golden ticket.
Oh,
yeah.
And then you made me feel guilty that I couldn't fucking leave early. I should have yanked your sorry ass out of there.
Or since it's Manhattan, you guys could have left separately.
Well, his chick was at my apartment, so then I'm feeling like, well, that sucks. What, I'm going to go home and go, I don't know, he'll be here eventually.
Yes, I'd have done that. Sure. Fucking ditch him.
I wouldn't have been mad.
Yeah, you guys are both
Fuck!
From the guy that ditched E-Rock at fucking Giant Stadium.
Oops.
He's like,
Oops. What show was
Flat
that?
out ditched him.
I forgot what show that was.
Rolling Stone.
Oh, that's right.
Stone.
and that was a Giant Stadium where there is no...
Oops.
Like, when you're in Manhattan, it's so easy to get to any place else in Manhattan.
That really happened, E-Rock?
You think about what you did.
It was for the show.
Oh, my God.
It made for a good bit. on Monday.
So I missed Battery and Seek and Destroy.
Seek and Destroy was really good.
I don't doubt it.
but
don't
we could
doubt
have been
it.
out of there.
But I had just seen a great fucking Metallica show. A lot of the fucking songs I love and shit like that. Yes, I would have liked to seen Seek and Destroy.
It was so good.
There's equity in also not having to deal with that fucking crowd, not getting a transportation. That to me is an equal.
Yes, especially
to me.
Yeah,
it's like that's fine.
And to me.
Yeah,
but
not your date.
Me.
Not me.
Well, then you guys should have fucking hung out together.
I do. I'm totally.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Especially because they broadcasted the thing. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, I got the great visual here. Holy fuck! I've been 12 feet away from the guys for the last 2 hours.
Right.
They did enter Sandman. I know they're going to come back and do 2 or 3 more. I'll find those songs and listen to them.
Both times they walked off stage, I could tell he was getting frustrated too. Both times they walked off stage
because the crowd was getting.
Come on, let's go.
And I was like, no, just a second. Let's just see.
Hold on, I bet they're coming back.
And then just try to avoid eye contact.
Especially in New York,
You're selfish though, man.
Oh, selfish.
You got a
Sam
free
Roberts.
ticket. You should have said, all right, that's cool. All right, let's get out of here. You're kind of selfish about the whole fucking thing.
Maybe, but...
And then, of course, we get outside, and there's no cabs. Those buses that the company got, which was a very nice thing, but...
Yeah,
I imagine a few people got killed on those buses on the way home. A whole bunch of drunks just yelling and screaming.
Fuck that.
Yeah, in the rain, by the way, because they were the double-decker buses, and with no tops on them.
Oh man!
So they handed out Sirius XM ponchos to everyone. They thought of everything. The company thought of everything.
Iraq
comment? We were leaving. We were following one of those buses, and we saw as they were going into the intersection, 2 guys on the top level in the back of the bus jumping, trying to touch the traffic light as they're going through the intersection.
See, this is what I was trying to avoid, Sam.
A lot of people celebrating at that show.
Yes,
a lot of celebration happening.
Celebration. I'll tell you one thing, and I've learned this before at the Paul McCartney and Bruce Springsteen show at the Apollo Theater. You go to that bar, if you tip the waitress, who is normally a lovely African-American girl, because, the African-American girls work in there.
Right.
Yes. If you tip her, first she'll tilt her head, much like a dog when they hear a high-pitched whistle, because she doesn't quite understand what you're doing. She doesn't grasp that I'm giving her money for her services rendered.
But
tip. It's an amazing concept.
How much do you give her, though?
I tossed her a 20.
See, that's huge.
And no, any tip would be huge for her.
Right.
She probably never sees one. So...
because blacks.
I'm thinking...
because blacks. I forgot.
When BET is putting on a show at the Apollo...
It's the blacks.
I don't think many tips are rolling across that bar. So I gave her one. Boy, every time I walked up there, I didn't even have to wait online.
She knew.
She saw me and went, oh, come over here.
Did you tip her again?
Yeah, at the end of the night, I gave her another 10.
Aw.
So, but it was, first of all, it was free bar.
Yeah.
So you got your money right there. And then I was fucking getting like wines. And then they would give them the little plastic cups of wine. She goes, here, take this one. And she gave me like a double glass, big glass. Oh, she was the shit.
I wasn't leaving my seat.
Yeah, I know. Obviously.
I was back in fucking 5 minutes, if that.
Not only did you, then I had to go find a car to get us home also.
Oh,
even though you were the problem.
You had a child that didn't.
Yes.
No. We got to go home. No.
Now I know what it's going to be like to take my son places.
You know what you were like?
Thank you.
When Travis and Lisa tried to take Riley home from my pool. Dude, it's the same thing. No. No.
There was probably 10 people that left that concert early.
So I would have been 11.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yep.
And I would have defended myself.
And he was already a little frustrated because he doesn't like to rush, and I was rushing him to leave because I wanted to get there in time for the meet and greet. And Ope was like, I don't care.
Because I don't need a fucking picture with Metallica.
You're like, we gotta go.
You're still fucking there trying to find transportation. I'm fucking already in a restaurant having baby back ribs. It was fantastic.
I had to negotiate with the coloreds to get a ride home.
Jesus Christ!
I don't know if you can say.
What the hell is that?
What?
Beyond
what happened?
the bell.
The Negroes.
Wow. There's no subtlety.
They're called African Americans.
I thought coloreds was okay.
No, back in the
Negroes?
back in the 50s. No, that was like the 50s, 60s.
But if it was okay then, why isn't it okay now?
Well, times change.
Oh. And then the guy got me bad.
Yeah.
The black cars.
Oh,
because it's pouring rain. You know, because
town cars can pick up fares now. By the way.
Oh, they can. They're allowed to. Oh, because of Uber.
they are allowed to now.
Because someone didn't want to leave early. Now it's pouring rain, and the double-decker buses were not an option.
So you took the extortion mobile,
especially with the drunk Baba Booies that were flying around. What fucking year is this? And then I'm on the corner getting soaked because, you know, Sam's all nice somewhere under.
Oh, he's under an awning.
Under an awning.
I was in a poncho.
And he was in a poncho, and I see a cab. And this guy pulls up. I'm like, nah, I don't need you. Fuck off.
Oh,
I didn't say that, but I was a little aggressive, though. Like, leave me alone.
Keep rolling.
Because I see a cab. And he's like, come on, man. Where are you going? I tell him where I'm going. He goes, $20. I'm like, no. Because you don't know these guys. These guys they could be evil.
They might drive unsafely.
That's right. So I see the cab, so I'm like being an asshole to the guy. Like, no, get the fuck away, right? And I got my hand up like a goofball New Yorker. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see the cab light go off. And I'm like,
no.
Fuck. And because we didn't leave early,
oh boy,
everyone's now looking for cabs.
Yeah, there's no cabs.
So now I have to fucking go with the guy. And then I'm ready to, I'm like texting Sam, like, where are you? But I don't give a fuck. I'm making believe that I did try. I was fucking finally, like, doing my own thing. And then he goes, I said where I was. He goes, I'm right there. And I look across the street. There's Sam and Jimmy. And I'm like, and then I go to the guy, all right, I'll give you fucking 30, but you gotta wait for these guys.
You were gonna skedaddle if we weren't there?
Oh, in a second at that point.
I tried negotiating.
Because this guy, I'm like, all right, now we gotta leave. They're definitely done. And then I take off, and I lost you. You couldn't even keep up as I was leaving the joint.
They told me you were in the bathroom.
Who?
Some of the people who worked there.
Ooh, I left, no.
Yeah, then Jim said, and then Jim walked out of the bathroom and said Ope wasn't in there, so that's why.
No, I was trying to get the fuck out of there.
I was tapping a stranger.
I still beat thousands of people out of there.
Yeah.
The town car drivers. Like last night, I went to take one, or it might have been Saturday night. And I get it, and he goes, $20. And I say, 15. How's 15? And he goes, no, 20. I was like, 17. That's it. 17. It's just negotiating back and forth. He goes, no, 20, but you don't have to tip me. I'm like, all right, whatever. I would have given him 20 and probably like another fucking.
You know what that's about?
$3-4.
Just negotiating.
It's just for the fuck of it.
Because even in the end, I knew I was gonna like fucking take care of the guy. It's just that little play back and forth. See what
I like feeling like I'm in a Bangladesh marketplace.
Let me go to Steve. You might have an answer to that question earlier about these bands that have been playing the same songs for decades.
We hated playing Pendulum or whatever.
And I want to make it perfectly clear, Metallica, you can't tell that they might be sick of playing those songs. I don't know. You know, they give it their all every single night with these songs, but we're thinking that somewhere in their heads they're like, oh my god, this again.
They're one of the best live bands ever.
Amazing.
They're
James Hetfield
amazing.
he's an amazing front man. Steve, what do you got, buddy?
Guys, I don't know if you ever saw it on Showtime. They have a history of the Eagles. It's a really great documentary. It's like 3 hours long. But towards the end, when they go into the reunion tour stuff, Glenn Frey and Don Henley talk all about that, about how they were just sick and tired of playing all their hits. And you obviously know all the great songs they had.
Right.
Don Henley made a great point. He said, you never know. At any one of these shows could be somebody who's been waiting years to see you play, and that's their first time.
Right.
And that was the one thing that kept them going.
And what? That's their motivation? That makes sense.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's right. It makes sense. All right.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Jim, do you think I made the right move staying? Trying to get Opie to stay?
You made the right move, proving to me how selfish you continue to be. Yes.
I always
selfish.
It's certainly selfish.
If I like the band,
I was your ride,
always stay.
technically.
No, the cabbie was my ride, but
You don't leave a movie 10 minutes before it ends.
yeah, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You're never going to see a show like that.
What's
again.
like waiting for a cab for a few minutes? I don't like it either.
A few
but
minutes.
whatever it is,
It's pouring
it's a
rain.
once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
Is it that, or
I
is
got
it?
my once in a lifetime experience. If they play for 2 hours and I miss the last 15 minutes, who gives a fuck?
Would you leave a movie early?
Yep.
Would you leave a 3D movie early?
Yep.
Well, I would not.
I would not
But
either.
it's not like a story that
Plus-
I need to see the end of.
You don't know what they're closing with.
Well,
And it
doesn't
wasn't
matter.
like it's like a 30,000 seat venue.
Yeah, it's the Apollo.
1,200 people.
but it's all relative. It's not set up for 30,000 seat
True.
leaving. Like it's the same thing. If you go to a stadium, they have a lot of roads, a lot of transportation, so it's all relative. Out there, you pop out on 125th Street. There's fucking thousands of people, and you got no transportation.
I would have been okay if it took an hour to get out of there.
See, I wouldn't. I go crazy.
I've always left early, man. WrestleMania, left early.
I did too that night.
Me and Jimmy were pulling out of Giant Stadium. There wasn't a car to be had with their engine on. With their engine on. And we were laughing our asses off. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
We were the only car leaving with a full packed stadium behind us.
It's not still real to you, I guess.
Well,
Yeah, we're not
because
huge wrestling fans.
Because at that point, you stay to the end. Now you're putting 2 hours onto your night.
But it's the same thing,
Especially
though,
Giant
like-
Stadium. That's a nightmare to get out of there. I've left sporting events early, and all those assholes that go, pussy.
Yeah.
They used to do that at Jets games. Anyone leaves early, they would just go, pussy. I go, yep, that's me, all right.
But it's a Saturday night. This was a Saturday night at the Apollo.
But when you know
Big
the
venue.
event, like you've got enough of the event in, or you know the outcome of the game, yeah, I'm out.
I mean, you're a
out.
huge Pearl Jam fan.
Out.
And you left before Jay-Z got on stage with him.
Ugh, stupid Jay-Z.
Thank you.
Cares about him.
Thank
Still
you.
a cool
Wanna
thing
see
if you
Pearl
want
Jam.
Thank you.
like that.
Jay-Z.
But I saw enough. Do you understand?
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't even know what songs I missed at this point. I have no idea.
Seek and Destroy was the one they closed with.
Okay,
And
great.
Battery.
Great.
Yeah.
They did 2 encores.
And Creeping Death.
3.
Yeah, right.
Three
Creeping
encores.
Death.
I saw Creeping Death. Yeah.
And that was
Then
awesome.
I was out. Like one encore, then I'm fucking out.
I like to stay at the end because I like to applaud. I like, you know what I mean? I like to fucking, I just like the whole
Applaud
thing.
a schmaud.
That's right.
I'm leaving.
It's a whole experience that you go from start to finish.
But if I didn't care about the band as much, if it wasn't Metallica or a band I completely loved, that would be different. I mean, if it was a band I didn't give a fuck about or kind of liked, I'd be like, all right.
I care. I care about Metallica.
I have to see
I
it.
thought it was
yeah, if the
great.
show
I
wasn't
care
great,
about
I would have
Metallica.
been like, whatever, let's go.
I wanted my picture with the band, and I wanted my.
Yeah, were you happy? You got to go to the meet and greet and get the photo?
God.
I was happy.
Jimmy,
I'll tell you this. I was happy with the way Sirius took care of us. Sirius took very good care
they
of us.
certainly did.
Very good care of it.
We beat the shit out of Sirius XM a lot, I gotta say. And I even wrote, I'm embarrassed to say, but I even wrote Scott.
Whoa.
And I said, thank you.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And I said, holy fuck, did you guys run a great
I
event.
guess I should do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I said,
drop the ball.
I said, holy fuck, this event was flawless. I mean, the listeners, it was a listener event.
They packed the place with Metallica fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did.
in the past, we just had shows just for us. Paul McCartney and Springsteen were just for us, really. But this one was for the actual listener.
Yeah.
And wow, did they pull it off? It was great.
And they made the listeners, I feel like they made the listeners feel like rock stars. Like everybody felt like there was a special event for them.
You know what I want? I got
free T-shirts for everybody.
The
Laminates.
shirts were beautiful. I
Laminates.
want a laminate. I just didn't get one that, and I would love one just to have it because the shirts were I'm wearing it today. Are amazing.
A lot of
Good
Metallica.
shirt.
It's got the Apollo Theater sign on it.
Yes.
It's simple.
Lightning bolt.
Black shirt with red letters. It
does look really
tremendous. They did a great job with everything.
And they're soft and nice.
I'll give my T-shirt away to my millionth follower on Twitter.
Cool.
And how many are you at right now?
I'm getting close.
Okay.
I'm getting really close. So I'll do that for the people out there. So as soon as I realized that James Hetfield wasn't going to make the photo, my only thought, I didn't care. I just don't care on that level.
Dude,
I was
right
just
with
thinking
you.
about Jimmy.
I was thinking like that. The elevator opens, right? And a bunch of staff come out first.
Right.
We're all lined up next to the Sirius XM signage, which, by the way, Mark Zito put up. I watched him.
Mark Zito did
I watched
a
him
great
putting up
job.
the signage. I'm like, where were you in fucking Montreal doing this?
Before anybody even came out of that elevator, Jim had said, I don't know, I hope the whole band is here.
I said
why
I
wouldn't-
knew only 3 of them were going to be there. I had heard beforehand that only 3 members were going to be there, and I was like hoping like it was a mistake, but I kind of knew it wasn't a mistake.
Yeah.
And look, it's great to meet. I'm happy to meet. I've met all of them before individually, but to fucking get a picture with Lars Ulrich, Robert Trujillo. Am I saying his name right? I never say it. Trujillo or Trujillo. I never
Probably
say
Trujillo.
Trujillo, and fucking Kirk Hammett is amazing. I was fucking thrilled.
Yeah. But,
do you have
know.
a shot with James Hetfield?
Yes. and it's signed.
All right.
I've met all of them.
All right, so.
But it's like a picture with that band, who's one of my favorite bands of all time. It's a hard thing to get, because Metallica, I've only been with them as a band once in my life, and that was 2008, backstage at Bonnaroo, and Adam Dubin brought me back, and they were doing a photo shoot, and a part of me was like, because they had just finished the shoot, and they were standing there, I wanted to go, can I get a picture? But I'm like, Adam brought me back on his fucking name, and I'm not a maniac. I didn't want to embarrass my friend and be a dick.
You don't want to be a shithead.
No, but I didn't. And I sit there and looked at Metallica and did not. So how often do you get to do that in your life, where you get a picture of one of your favorite bands as a band?
What about Giant Stadium, when we were backstage for 2 hours and we actually left with Hetfield's family?
Oh God, yeah.
Did you get that picture that night?
No, because
that's when I had to tap out with Jimmy and his picture taking.
Oh, I got
mad at me for wanting to stay for the whole show, and you had to wait 2 hours.
It was me, Florentine, and Norton backstage.
That's right, Bill Burr.
And Bill Burr. And we were trying to joke, and Jimmy did not want to hear any jokes, because he thought our jokes were going to blow an opportunity to get a picture. So we had to be on our best behavior for about, I'm not joking, 2 hours.
I got Lars that night, and I got Kirk. I think
we walked out with Hetfield.
No,
you never got him.
No, not that night.
Maybe at that point you didn't want to bother him, but
no, he was not available.
We stayed so long. We went up the chute at Giant Stadium with James Hetfield and his family, because Brewer knows those guys really well.
We followed Hetfield and Brewer.
But you never took the picture after all that?
No, I got. I think I took one with Lars that night, and I took a couple.
Lars.
But it wasn't. It just, again, I won't do things. I think Brewer walked me back and got me Kirk Hammett. I won't. If somebody I know is with somebody and that performer's weird or feeling private, I won't jump in. I'm not a fucking lunatic.
But that'll also drive you nuts.
So what? It's my problem.
I know.
But that's not that. But I won't fuck with the performer.
Right.
So I eventually got Hetfield after the next time I saw that me and Florentine waited, because Jim, no, he doesn't care. He'll wait. It's one of those things where I like to do it. Everybody knows I do it, and it was disappointing because fucking Hetfield just didn't make it back in time.
Yep. No, I understand your disappointment
really
level is a lot higher than
out of my
most.
mind.
Yeah. Well,
fuck. And they're going to be here this morning. They're doing Howard. So I want to try to get them.
Oh boy,
they'll probably take a few pictures after with the with the sign. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no,
this is gonna be.
But here's what frustrates me.
Could we be on Metallica watch for the rest of the morning?
We're going to be.
Okay, I think we already are. Jimmy's like, we already are.
Here's what frustrates me. I have the same personal appearance agent they do.
Right.
Now, obviously, we're on probably different priorities with the phone calls coming in.
Right.
But I'm asking. Now, Pete is not their day-to-day guy. Pete, Adam, this guy Adam I know, or Dennis is. And it's like, I'm trying to just find, could one of you guys just hook up, like just talk to whoever's going to be with them and say, this guy just wants to take a quick picture because Hetfield wasn't. And I'm like, I'm not hearing anything back from anybody.
Oh, no.
And it's like,
That's not good news.
So that was really.
I like getting pictures with celebrities. It's pretty cool, but I just don't like lose my mind over it.
It was funny walking out with Jim, because after seeing that concert from start to finish, it was like just present in your brain, like what an unbelievable show you had just seen.
Right.
And seconds after it was over, Jim was like, "Yeah, it sucks that Hetfield wasn't there for the meet and greet." I wasn't even thinking about the meet and greet anymore.
I'll tell you why. Because it was one of those things where you were this close, like, and you thought it was going to happen until 5 minutes before. It wasn't like we just showed up there to this amazing show, and I'm like, let me see if I could sneak back. It was a part of the night.
And
so
then,
I knew we were going to the meet and greet.
And then I try to fuck with Jimmy.
Dude, I
go, Jimmy, man, you heard Hetfield showed up for, like, the last few people online there. And then Jimmy just spanks me back.
I'm like, I kept peeking.
He goes, nice try, but I went up there and I peeked right to the end to make sure. He made sure that Hetfield didn't show up last minute.
Yeah.
He was having a little barbecue.
Yeah, I think he was out eating. And again,
he was at Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Which is down near the water up there in Harlem.
Lead singers are always a little, like, they got their own thing before a show. Like, I understand that. They
you barely understand that.
Yeah, but I do. I wasn't angry. I was disappointed. Like, I wasn't like, fuck Hetfield. I was like, damn it. So I'm going to try to get him this morning. Because it's hard to get. And everybody thinks I'm crazy. Patrice used to think I was crazy. You thought I was crazy. And then one time we were in this room.
No, we know you are.
And he's looking at my pictures. He goes, I used to think you were crazy. And I'm seeing all these fucking pictures, and I'm like, I wish I had asked people.
The end justifies the means.
Sometimes, yeah. Like, now you look back over all these years,
Right.
and I have just a bunch of pictures that no one will care about when I die.
No, I like getting. I definitely get my share, but I just can't worry about every single one.
But I loved the show. It was amazing. It was one of the great live shows I've ever seen.
And what really makes your obsession fun is that there are enough people out there so that once you get a photo that you've been waiting for, there's always somebody else that you don't have to make you miserable again.
I got most of the big ones. This is just, it would be an amazing one to have.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know,
Yeah.
how do you, come on. It's hard to get.
Hollow.
Yeah, very hard.
Yeah. Anyway, it was an amazing night.
That was huge.
Jimmy got to notice this himself, but I went home and I realized that my wife doesn't understand the air guitar.
Oh no! What
She was mortified.
Were you air guitar? Well, I've seen your air guitaring. It's akin to Elaine's dancing.
But guys like to air guitar, especially
Sure.
around our age. And I went home. She was just like, "How was the show?" And I was just like showing her.
Were you making the faces and everything?
All of it.
She was.
There's no one else in my house at this point, and she's turning beet red. She didn't understand.
I bumped
I'm like,
into them
what?
the next day in front of the gym, and
I were taking my kids for a little walk.
And she pointed out, I forget how it came up, but she pointed out how awful your air guitar, like how uncomfortable, and then he did it.
Oh.
And it was like
We're just doing the fucking.
But then, I jumped in and played with him, and I did a little drumming.
You see how red she got?
She was fucking humiliated.
She was horrified.
I thought about that. I could have literally stood there and done every song in real time.
She would have
I
walked
was
away.
so happy.
She was so uncomfortable. She would have walked away.
I have not enjoyed anything that much in probably a year.
Yeah.
Oh, is that great?
Because her reaction, it's
She
not just a
screamed.
bit. Yeah, she's like, "Oh my God, please stop!" She couldn't take it.
At one point, she went, "Ah!" And I turned and we walked into the gym, and the people had stopped and turned around. The people heard a woman yell, and they turned and looked. It was so satisfying.
And you guys were rocking out?
Oh yeah. Then I wanted Jimmy to do Guitar Army, where we do it together. Like,
Oh yeah, you gotta like, tilt your head.
yeah.
That might have been a little much.
Master. Oh, fucking. And the drums, she really hated the drums.
Yeah,
Some drumming.
And she was embarrassed?
Not embarrassed. Absolutely.
embarrassing.
It's the type of moment where, like, I saw her reevaluate her whole life. It's great.
Did I ever tell you about the Opster and his love for the air guitar?
Uh-oh. I noticed you started doing air guitar before I even left the apartment, so you must have been doing it all night.
Yeah. Well, then when I knew it was a problem, I had to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I was in college, we thought we were so fucking cool. I think I've told this story on the air.
No.
I was living in Onondaga, which is a dorm up there in Geneseo, and we decided the way we were going to get some chicks, we were going to get an air guitar fucking group together.
What?
And we actually booked a gig in the common area of Onondaga dorm.
Oh, this is so douchey.
And we played like the Who, and
What would you play, like the albums?
and the Clash, I believe.
So you'd play the album.
And I wasn't even good enough in the air guitar band to play guitar. I had to be the keyboard guy.
Ew!
So the Who, with the fucking, yeah, I had to just sit there like. Dun, dun, dun,
You were
dun.
the keyboardist.
A keyboardist in an air guitar
The
band.
Opster thought he was cool, and we dressed the part. And we actually put flyers around the dorm, and everyone came down.
This could not have been the time you were putting up numbers.
Oh boy!
Oh, wow, is that bad?
Yeah.
The keyboard player.
And we really thought we could, get this going where we'll hit every fucking dorm. We're gonna have our own little tour around Geneseo.
Who would want to see?
No one.
Who would want to see that? Because
No one.
you're not really playing.
You got to pick out some cool songs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had long hair and we were just fucking happening.
Oof.
While real men were putting bands together.
Yeah, and actually, putting in the time to learn how to play an instrument.
Right. We thought all we needed to do was do the air guitar or the air
keyboard.
band.
Imagine getting kicked out of an air guitar band. Yeah, dude, we're going to go with another keyboard player.
Yep.
Holy shit. Crazy.
Look, man, it's a thing online though.
It's a documentary.
They have competitions and everything now.
It's a documentary.
See?
Championships in Finland.
We're ahead of
There are
our
people
time.
from all over the world.
We were ahead of our
There were national
time.
champions from New Zealand, from all over Europe. There were media from all over the world. The most surprising thing was there was nobody from the United States.
There's never been a U.S. representative at this contest.
I have one motto, and that's keep it real. You're there, play the guitar.
Keep it
That's
real.
what I'm gonna do.
This looks so stupid.
I might want to watch that.
Yeah,
Air Guitar
definitely.
Nation.
Kind of looks funny.
It's called Air Guitar Nation?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, cool.
They really are.
How do I get this? How do I get this tonight? I got to watch this tonight.
I think it's on Netflix, on demand. Like it was a
Air
pretty,
Guitar Nation. All
pretty
right.
big documentary a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock.
A lot of
I mean, who
idiots.
hasn't taken the seatbelt while you're driving and just you pull out the seatbelt a little bit?
Why don't you air noose with it?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, did she hate it.
Wow.
Yeah, she was beat red and mortified.
As well she should be.
I was embarrassed doing it, but it was so worth it. I thought about that the rest of the day, how happy
He was
that made me.
embarrassed to me. The guy that will fart on a plane and fess up to it.
Sure.
But you were embarrassed at that.
I was in the fucking middle of the street in New York in broad daylight.
Oof.
And then we were doing it, and people on Columbus Avenue were like mortified. That made me happy. That made me really happy at that point. So we continued doing it.
Oh, a Broad.
Yeah, Broad doing the air guitar.
They're not even good at it. Like, why would anybody watch that?
Huh?
Oh, she's
Why would you go
spinning
see
her
that?
Ponytails
Hey, man,
around.
they came out and saw us in Onondaga Dorm.
Yeah, they loved you?
That's right.
What was the name of your
getting some
band?
love. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, was
I think
it
Army was in the title.
Was it some kind of air?
Air
Was
Army.
Air
in it?
Army might have been it.
Oh, God.
Wait, what was it? Fuck. Lost touch with those guys a long time ago.
It'd be cool if it was the Air Force.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good air guitar band name.
How about the Doches?
What?
I got it.
Oh, shit.
I got it. That's my cue to shut the fuck up. And because people really want to know, after the Metallic show, did I go for the Lucky Charms?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
You went for the pizza.
Nope.
No?
Pizza's long gone, thank
What'd
God.
you do?
I didn't take one slice of that pizza.
Damn.
Did a little hummus.
Oh, okay.
Pizza.
Toasted the bread, a little hummus before I went to bed. That's not as bad. I should have just went to bed, though.
Well, yeah, but gotta have something.
Had to. Look at her.
Air guitar players don't even hold their hand like a real guitar. Or...
That's a chick. She doesn't know how to play a guitar. I know how.
Yeah, she's clit strumming.
She really is.
This guy wants to talk about the Apollo Theater. Let's say hi to Darren in Louisiana or L.A. Where are we talking?
LA, Los Angeles.
Hey, Darren, what's up, brother?
Chilling. I was just talking about the fact that I'm a black dude from Harlem. Love you guys. You too, Ant.
Oh, right.
You too, Ant.
I know. It's tough to love me.
And I was thinking about the tipping. I definitely over-tip because of that whole stigma.
Good man. Yeah.
Like 8% and up always. Like I have to.
Yeah.
Do you think the Apollo, let me ask you something, you're from that area. I was thinking of the Apollo, and had they, because it was fun to watch some of the guys that work there. They're just black dudes who probably live up in the neighborhood. And, you know, they're like the ushers and stuff. To watch them looking at Metallica, like, they were kind of enjoying it, but you know nothing like that has ever been in the Apollo Theater
they
before.
just don't understand it. It is kind
It's like McCartney and Springsteen were different. Because performers like that have been there, like Buddy Holly, and there's been a million white performers in the Apollo, but nobody like fucking Metallica has ever done a show there.
I don't like Metallica, but McCartney, yeah, I would have definitely been there for McCartney. But I'm surprised we showed up for Metallica.
That was goddamn good.
It was ridiculous. How
Fucking
good it
loved
was.
it.
Uh-oh. Metallica watch? Kenny said, yeah.
Kenny.
I want to know what kind of instructions Kenny had. Kenny, what kind of instructions?
There's been none.
No instructions today?
We should have some kind of alarm when Metallica is here.
Yeah, we should.
Are you, what's going on?
You're due to arrive at 7:15.
7:15.
I'll announce that.
You're giving out pertinent information.
There's about a dozen people downstairs already waiting.
Now.
Oh, okay.
We'll be fucking,
they're showing up no matter what.
Now there's going to be a fucking
showing up.
100.
No, I mean the Metallica fans.
I don't care.
But the thing is, though, I don't think I've done before.
Huh? What happened? Are you trying to get the whole band or just James Hetfield?
I want the band. Possible picture of the band.
That's a tough one.
I know it's a tough one. Believe me, I know.
Yeah. If they put him in the green room outside, is that a possible thing, you think? The green room in the lobby?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, there's no talent handlers here.
Oh, that's good.
No, it's not.
And I've already been spoken to once
here.
that not to bother Howard's guests.
Oh, boy.
Who were you spoken to about?
Yeah, who told you that?
The guy who never picked up his trophy.
He's not in the equation anymore.
Yeah, luckily.
He's out of the loop.
Yeah, that's a whole new regime now.
That's it. He's out of the loop.
We start over now.
Yeah, start from scratch.
We start from scratch again.
Nice.
Nordic Thunder! Oh. This guy must be a big
I gotta see this documentary.
This guy is a joke. He's prancing around the stage.
Oh, man, it's all in the presentation.
Naked. I guess so, huh?
Look at it. People are just sitting there, bored shitless.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be way more exciting.
Nordic Thunder. Yeah, that kind of sucks.
I quickly realized I didn't have a career in air guitar.
In air guitar, no?
Yeah, with the air guitar thing, so.
People in the audience are sitting there going, this really is just a guy playing air guitar on stage.
Yeah, why am I here?
They thought there'd be something else.
But it's a competition every year, and they
Yeah.
wonder why Americans aren't involved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course we're not involved.
We have other douchey things to do.
Exactly.
I saw a documentary. I woke up to a documentary this morning on Richard Pryor. It was pretty fucking cool.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Yeah,
That one was pretty good.
That fucking one line when he's on Carson talking about using the word nigger, and Johnny goes, there are people in your community that are upset that you use that. Have you come across people that are angry? He goes, yeah. And Johnny goes, what'd you do? He goes, I said, get out of my face, nigga. fucking great response. But man, you don't realize how bad he was burned. That whole thing, and that it was, a suicide attempt.
Yeah.
Fucking, he just watched that monk.
Yeah.
Burn himself in Vietnam. That clip, and he's like, he goes, the motherfucker didn't even flinch, and then his buddy just sees him fucking run by on fire.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was a great special. I mean, a great documentary.
People are loving the air guitar story, so just want to let you know.
Oh.
Maybe next time we do
have to turn off my Twitter.
Oh boy,
killing me.
Next time we do a live gig, you should do some.
Oh man,
yeah.
right?
I might have to break it out.
Yeah.
But remember, I was the keyboard guy.
Get the air band back together again.
Air Force.
You think you could
Air
change
Force
over to
or
guitar?
Air Army, what was it?
Now, what happened that you didn't play guitar in this? Well, did you try and they told you?
Because it wasn't my thing. They recruited me.
Oh no.
To be the keyboardist.
Oh.
I was recruited.
Did you try?
It wasn't even
for
my
guitar?
idea. No, those two guys came up with the concept, and they needed to fill in the band. They needed a drummer and a keyboard guy. How else do you play Bob O'Reilly?
Well, that's true, but you could. But you can play anything. You could be a band that has 3 guitars.
So would there be a guy lip syncing the vocals too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh god, I was putting on faces. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Like really fucking getting into it.
Would he windmill it and everything?
I have to. Right?
This is so long ago. I mean, I was probably 18. And I think it was my freshman year.
80s.
That I still to this day,
80s. Yeah.
To this day, I remember the faces of people watching us.
Yeah.
And they were
did it look like Butthead when he said
Oh yeah, exactly. They wanted to openly laugh.
Of course they did.
But everyone was really wasted because that was the days when everyone just fucking drank their faces off in college.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old days.
There was punch all over the fucking place.
Jungle juice.
Should have been in
And a lot of
your
pot.
band's faces. Jesus.
I do remember the faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't pull it off.
No,
People were like, what the fuck?
You weren't rocking.
I remember we found a young artist, like, hey, we need a flyer. We're gonna put it around the dorm.
That's like something you would do as a goof, and you guys like, we're gonna make something.
I got to tell you, there wasn't the goof factor.
There wasn't?
Oh, man.
We thought we were cool as shit, man.
I mean, to be fair to you guys, I think conceptually there's not too much you could do with it.
Yeah.
Like, you guys could have been awesome.
Right.
At lip syncing to the record.
How about this? The two guys that started it, we had a practice.
Oh, come on.
We had a practice.
There was band practice.
We had a practice.
How do you practice in your car while you're driving?
Ridiculous.
Like,
No, we rented out the same space that we did the show in.
Wow.
And we actually had practices.
and no instruments, no microphone?
Nothing.
But did the guy sing in, like, hold a fake microphone?
Yeah.
When you were done with the song and there was silence, did you say, no, they're air applauding?
I just remember people were trying to hold back, like, just
laughing.
Complete mockery.
Wow. That's bad.
Why don't we play a song from the Apollo?
Ooh, what do we got?
What did we decide on?
It's up to you guys. For Whom the Bell Tolls is the one I kind
For
of
Whom the Bell Tolls is great.
Jimmy, let's do that.
We could also maybe later in the show play Seek and Destroy since Anthony missed it.
Ah, see? Now I get to hear.
Or maybe we can play Sad But True when I tell you what winds up happening today.
oh, Jimmy.
Is that all you're thinking about right now?
I haven't heard a word anybody has said in 10 minutes. Literally, if all of you guys said, Jim, for the last 10 minutes we were singing the ABC song, I would believe you.
Oh, Jimmy.
He's not even lying.
Aww.
No, I'm not at all. But
right.
I know it's not going to happen beforehand because, again, they're going in to do an interview, and I'm not going to grab them before they go in and do
Did you bring your camera?
I do have that handy. Hopefully after.
Do you have a backup camera in case that camera hits the...
Well, E-Rock has a better camera than mine.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if they're going to have a photographer here. They might.
I'm sure they're going to take a couple group pictures today.
I doubt it.
Wouldn't it be great if, like, somebody actually had the juice and they were cool and everything, and all of a sudden they just came walking in and was like, hey, come on, we hear you want a picture, and like kind of did a goofy thing like that.
Yeah, or if they just didn't do that. If they just said, okay.
Right. All right.
That's all I
even want,
need.
all right.
That's all I need. It's so frustrating.
I'm sure they take turns, like, not showing up for the picture taking and the meet and greets.
Oh, God.
And
right.
unfortunately, the other night, because to them it's probably just another fucking performance, basically, as far as the behind-the-scenes stuff goes. And then it was James Hetfield's turn to not have to be there.
But I would have felt the same way if it was Lars or Robert or Kirk. I want the band together.
I talked to somebody who talked to Hetfield at the barbecue place he was at.
Hey, girls.
And the mashup.
Here come the lovely young ladies of the morning mashup.
Are they throwing the ball around today?
Yeah,
I don't know.
What I'm talking about. A lot of Emmy talk, I bet.
Are the girls throwing the ball around as far as the Emmys go?
A lot of Emmy talk.
But Hetfield said that he had to get back for the meet and greet.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he just got back late. He wasn't specifically going, well, I'm not showing up to that.
Yeah. When I saw the elevator open, though, and saw the staff get out and everything, and then I saw the other guys from Metallica, they all come out,
We all looked
and then
at
there
each
was
other.
just like, wait, I don't see James. All I was thinking, it's same as Obi. I'm just like, oh, Jimmy.
Well, because
poor
then we know
Jimmy.
we're going to have to hear about it.
Right. Because I didn't give a shit. I was just like...
It was still kind of cool.
Yeah, it was... yeah,
who cares?
Yeah, I didn't care.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the Emmys good. I got lazy
No.
last night. I probably should have watched those.
They were fairly boring.
Do we have a couple highlights after the break, maybe?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll be watching it for the first time. I just didn't watch. I saw a little bit of the... I guess it was the open with the hosts.
But you
all
know,
coming out, Conan
Yeah.
and Fallon and
They just filled up
Kimmel.
the stage with...
and
Oh, yeah.
it was clever, though. It was different.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey was good in the opening.
Yeah.
I saw that clip on the news, yeah. I was watching Breaking Bad, so I wasn't going to watch the...
I was watching New Jersey Housewives.
Yeah, you don't watch most
What?
of the shows that are nominated, so...
No, New
New
Jersey
Jersey
Housewives.
Housewives wasn't nominated for an award?
I had to see if that Gorga broad could pull off the song,
No, I don't.
Yeah, she was at the Hit Factory and everything down there in Orlando.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she had to perform the song live on a radio show.
Oh.
No wonder you didn't watch the Emmys.
Melissa Gorga. What?
No wonder you didn't watch the Emmys or the Breaking Bad
No, I gotta watch my Housewives.
episode before the finale.
Gotta watch my Housewives.
Is it bad to admit that I watched the Housewives?
No, it's something you could throw around with the girls when they come back from getting coffee.
True.
No, it makes me cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Slow down.
It makes me cool. See, I don't give a shit.
Do you play air guitar while you're watching The Housewives?
No. No more air guitar, obviously.
Oh, he's doing it. Oh, God.
gotta make the face.
This is where, as an audience, you should be happy we don't have a visual element.
He did it at the show a couple times. He would hit me on the arm and he'd go, hey, and he pointed to stage and started air guitar.
It's like, no, I'd rather watch the guys.
Go, yeah, I'm here too.
Really playing up on stage. You're pulling me away from that.
It was either slap me on the shoulder, and it was either to show me air guitar or to say, all right, buddy, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, but I could easily left an hour and a half in, no problem. I stayed pretty much, well, I did stay to the end.
You did stay to the end, and I very much thank you for that, but next time I'll take a subway
That's just
home.
because your chick was at my house.
Out.
Was the only reason, or I would have left by myself.
All right, I was going to say, and I said thank you. You could have just accepted it, but you still have to have to go there.
And by the way, my YouTube channel is OPANTXM.
That's
OPANTXM.
You got two really good videos of Metallica.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got Sabatru in one, and we're gonna play here "For Whom the Bell Tolls" from the Apollo Theater from Saturday night. So we'll be back. Jim Florentine and Tony Danza today.
Oh my God, Tony
Danza.
Hey, hold on to your hats, kids. It's Tony Danza.
We should see if we ever caught wind of that.
I know.
We have
right?
to.
You know, Tony likes to relax backstage a little bit, huh? Do you see where this is going?
And if they didn't,
exactly.
Tony would spell it out for him.
Just a fucking wrench over the head. No subtlety.
Remember all the women in line? What did you say?
What?
Hey, gals. Hey, gals.
Oh, shit.
Most of you guys.
You got an update on the Metallica thing?
No, I mean, I didn't even try because they're just, I guess they're just getting here.
Oh.
And I'm not going to fucking, it's not going to happen. I know that. But no, but people are sick of hearing about my fucking pictures. It's my problem.
Oh, Jimmy.
No, they're not sick of it at all.
Oh,
Fuck them. I'm be sick of it.
that's cute.
I really don't fucking care at all.
I love how Jimmy has to deal with his obsessions.
And he's going back and forth like he was genuine for a second when he said, and now he's mad.
No, I'm not mad.
Why are you mad? You're definitely mad.
I'm irritated
At your management?
Agent. Not because they couldn't do anything, but because I didn't hear from them yesterday. I don't know. I'm just being unrealistic.
I guarantee the band is going to stand in front of some kind of Sirius XM banner today.
Unless they do it
I
in
guarantee
Howard's special wing.
Yeah, but then they're going to come out in that lobby, and I guarantee it's going to be quick for executives or somebody. I'm telling you.
You see how they
So why can't they just throw Jimmy on the back of that very short
Maybe
line? There's
they
going to be
will.
a very short line.
See how they come in the building, and that's how they're going to leave the fucking building.
Yeah, but he needs to get them all together. You know how difficult that is?
Yeah.
He told a story with Sabbath where he's like, okay, you wait here.
Yep.
Okay, I got to get...
I didn't mean
that
it
story
way.
was amazing to me.
I meant like if they come in and it's very secret and shit like that, you will not see them in the lobby after it.
No, they didn't come in
they'll leave the
secretly.
scene.
I think
No?
some of them are here already.
Oh, yeah?
And
no,
I know Hatfield's here already.
Oh.
And they're not. They're just coming in.
They're going to be in the lobby,
Yeah.
and there will be a group shot.
Oh.
And there's going to be a short line. I guarantee it. So what's the big deal if Jimmy gets on the very short line and gets a quick picture?
Maybe that will. I mean, again, that might happen. That's very
Remember
possible.
I said this because this is exactly what's happening today.
Oh.
I hope you're right. I hope
telling
they
you.
do a couple of, but Sam might be right too. They might do it on. Thank you. They might do it
because it's
on
the
Howard's.
mandatory Metallica channel. Now they're here for the first time since the mandatory Metallica channel launched. I'm telling you, there's going to be a group picture.
They may have done those group pictures the other night at the Apollo during a rehearsal.
Yeah.
They may have taken them already.
They had banners there.
They had banners there. They may have taken a couple of shots like that for the platform.
There's important people, I guess, upstairs, and I'm telling you, if they
But weren't a lot of them at the show?
no,
Oh.
not really.
I don't know.
I saw some important folks at that show.
There's going to be group pictures taken today. I'm telling you. I'm not just saying that to irritate you. I'm saying
No,
it
I
because
hope
I
you're
know that's what's happening. It's obvious. So get Jimmy on the short line. It'll be a short line. They're not going to open it up to every employee. That's for sure.
Oh, no.
From the other night at the Apollo, Metallica. Let's do "For Whom the Bell Tolls." You got that one, E-Rock?
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
I was at that Yankee game yesterday where Mariano Rivera was giving his little retirement party and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they had these moments that they put up on the video screens. I guess they went around all over the country and just found former players that played with him and other sports stars from, completely different sports and everything, and put them up on the screen. And they gave a little, hey, Mariana, I just want to say you're amazing and things like that.
Right.
But it's so funny, like, fucking Big Papi pops up on the screen and just boom! Like, people don't care that he's like, I want to wish you,
right, trying to do the right thing.
You're an amazing person. What you do for your churches in Panama. Fuck you, you piece of fuck. Like, no one fucking.
It's live Twitter.
It is.
You were enjoying live Twitter. Here's a guy just trying to do something nice.
Just trying to, like,
and no one will hear him.
Fucking
no one will hear him
tell
out.
Rivera what an amazing man he is and player. And the crowd is just screaming that he sucks dick and fucking hilarious. It was cool, though, to see who, like, people really like and who they kind of, stuff like that. Like Ron Guidry pops up on the screen and he starts talking and people love him.
Nice. Some of the guys looking a little out of shape.
Looking
a little bit
pretty old. David Cohn.
Nice.
They just had, and people like they love him and stuff. Anybody from the Red Sox though is just getting fucking slammed. It was very cool though. They gave him a bunch of shit. And,
I got to give. I see we have Florentine in studio. What's up, Jim?
Hey,
how's it going, man?
I got to give Apple a big fuck you.
Ooh, what happened?
Well, I mean,
I say what happened like I don't know, but I know because
it happened to you too, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm a Samsung guy. I love the Galaxy S. I still got an S3. I might even go get the Note, which comes out in a couple weeks.
Ooh.
I'm all about the Samsung phones. I love them, but it doesn't mean I don't have Apple products or Apple phones in my house.
Right.
So we went to try to get the new iPhone.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
The 5C, the 5S.
Whatever the fuck it is. I personally don't want an iPhone, but whatever. So we go there and it's exactly what we said last week. They're sold out.
Of course.
I'm like, shut the fuck up. I said to the guy, this is nonsense.
Ridiculous.
That used to work, that whole, I don't know, it's such a hot product that we sold out. No one's buying that shit anymore. Stop it and stock your shelves. And then we go, well, when are you getting the new phone? Well, I don't know.
Then it's vagary.
We're getting it. The guy goes, we're getting a shipment later today, but it might just be iPhone cases. We don't really know. We don't even know until we open up the boxes what they sent us.
It's like bullshit. You don't know. As the Apple Store in New York City, you don't know what's coming to be delivered to your fucking store?
It used to be a thing that's supply and demand, and if you kind of let your product sell out, it creates demand. We all understand the game, but at this point, enough already.
It has the fucking
You got a new phone out to fucking make sure every customer that comes into that stupid glass box has a chance of getting one.
Yes.
I don't want to go back there.
It's ridiculous.
You're not that cool. Sorry. I don't want to go back there now.
It's not the iPhone 1 where they don't know how many people are coming for it.
Exactly. They know
We're
exactly.
on fucking 5C or E or D or whatever the shit is.
They know exactly how many they need.
And why not just stock the shelves?
And so whatever that number is, they go, well, you know what we got to do? Just a little less than that number. Wink, wink.
Make people want it more. It's that game doesn't have to be played anymore.
No, I think it's starting to annoy people. I think it's starting to annoy. It used to be like, oh, fuck, okay, I'll be back. I'll wait on another long line.
Yeah.
No one wants to do that line shit anymore.
Well, that's why I was saying they make these lateral. They're doing the same fucking garbage. It's like, just get enough phones, dummies, because there's Samsung. There's all these other options now.
Right.
But they're just dumb cunts.
It was just annoying. It wasn't like, oh, wow, okay, I'm part of a cool cult. It was just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you not have enough fucking phones?
That's so stupid.
Sold out, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, and then they're all told to not, keep it all vague.
Yeah, keep it very vague.
Keep it vague. So don't even tell the
to
customer when they can come back.
Yeah, that's what happened. I went Saturday night after the Metallica show. On the way back, I was like, oh, let's stop at the Apple store. Let's see what the fuck.
Right. Get a phone.
Go down there, and the woman's just like, no. I go, well, what time can I come in then after the shipment comes in tomorrow? Well, we're not really sure. The morning kind of is usually when we get a delivery, but we're not sure what's in the delivery. Yeah, sure you're not. I was just like disgusted.
It was just so fucking stupid.
Uh-huh.
It was just
fuckwads.
So dumb. Whatever.
Yeah. So, Florentine, you were at the Metallica show, huh?
It was probably the best show I've ever seen.
Fucking sick.
Really?
Right?
Yeah. Because just the sound in that theater and just being right there in the front. I mean, you know, 8, 10 rows back or whatever.
Crazy.
But every seat in that place was phenomenal.
It was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Did you have?
It was
did you have earplugs in?
No, fuck no. I'm like Norton with prostitutes. I don't. That's like wearing a bag.
Right.
Like I've done it twice and I didn't feel good about it. In every show I've gone.
I put him in a couple times. I had to, and then I kept taking him out. I kept saying I can't do it.
It totally messes the same. You know, it's not the feeling.
It's not the same sound.
It's not same when you fuck it. It's not the same feeling.
How were your ears yesterday?
They're fine. I've been going. I've seen Motorhead like 70 times.
So you don't get the ringing or any of that
a
shit?
little bit, but you know,
It goes away.
Yeah, it goes away.
Yeah, it goes
I've been
away.
to probably 500 shows.
Yeah,
good for you.
Yeah, and I just like whatever.
The
only one I do is Motorhead. Motorhead. I mean, if you thought that was loud, Motorhead would be at least twice as loud as that.
Come on.
Yeah,
that's
easily
obnoxious.
I mean, it's insane.
Really?
It's not. Yeah, it's not even. Even with earplugs, you got to hold your ears. It's that loud.
Wow.
And Lemmy doesn't wear anything.
No, you don't wear anything either.
I would like to ask the band Metallica if they wear.
I saw them. They all do.
They all do, right?
All bands do. You could see they had the ones. It's like a little.
So what does it sound like in their ears?
Well,
Is
they
it
got
just-
the in-ear monitor in the one ear.
Right. But how turned down that is that?
It's not that loud on stage for a band because they just have a little coming out of the amps
They're
and they can hear
behind
each
the
other.
PA.
The PA's out that way, so it's really not super
ago,
cranked.
Bands, their stage line was blasting years ago. Because that's where the fucking guitar sounds and everything came from, and all those motherfuckers went deaf. Now they mic those up, send it through the PA, so they don't really need a loud stage volume anymore like they used to. And since they're behind the actual system that the house is hearing, they're not getting the damage to the hearing that they used to get. But you listen to, you talk to fucking, any of the guys in Zeppelin or something like that, they're just fucking shot. Their ears are gone.
The back of my head was vibrating inside. It was so loud.
Oh, man.
I can't really explain it.
If you're
There
not
was
used to that volume.
But no, I mean, I can't tell my brain to stop vibrating.
No, but if you're not used to
it was
going to
something
shows all the time.
In the
and
middle
hearing
of the
that
back of my
volume.
head, it was like fucking moving. What the fuck was that?
Maybe that's a tumor. It sounds like a tumor.
That sounds dangerous.
Thanks, Jim. Shaking a tumor.
No, but you're not used to going to super loud shows. Like, what's the last few concerts you've been to?
Pearl Jam was.
All right, Pearl Jam.
I go to one show a year at this point. And I'm fucking lame. I used to go all the time.
Yeah.
I saw the Carpenters once in the 70s. They were very loud.
It's not a lot of shows I want to go see these days.
Yeah.
Metallica, absolutely. I wasn't going to miss that one. I'm trying to think who else I'd want to see right now. I can't think of anybody.
Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and Sons would be nice.
That would be nice. You're not going to have a headache in your fucking head after that. Nothing's going to be rolling around.
You're saying that was the best show you ever seen?
It's probably in the top 3.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the other two. Yeah, I mean,
they
to
sounded
see them in that
great.
venue, to do like a 2-hour and 10-minute set, and a great set, too.
To be that close.
Obscure stuff, too.
Right.
Which is great. That's one thing with Metallica. They don't just always just play the hits. I mean, they got the 8 or 10 songs they have to play, but they always mix in that 7 or 8 in that 18 song set. They always mix and match for the real fan. For the fans that know every song from their catalog.
The only one for me, I wish they played Wherever I May Roam. That was it.
Yeah,
But
I don't know why I didn't do that one.
Well, because they did Sad But True. It's sort of, those two songs were sort of the secondary hits on the album. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so they just probably got to pick and choose. I mean, if they did the show the next night, they would have done that, but then not done fucking For Whom the Bell Tolls. They probably just
right.
Yeah, I mean, they did that 9-minute instrumental, Orion, which is basically Cliff Burton's song. So that's what they throw that in there for the fans.
Right.
Which a lot of people, that's, classic off of Master of Puppets, but they could have easily done Wherever I May Roam.
Yeah.
But that's one thing with Metallica. They don't always just do the hits all the time. They'll do Enter Sandman. They'll throw that in. But you walk away going, I wonder why they didn't play that one. And like, good. For me.
Oh, no, I didn't
I want to hear.
I got it. It was cool.
I want to hear the whole Saint Anger album, which
Really?
everyone hates. I want to hear that from beginning to end.
You like that one for real?
Yes. Very underrated. Lulu I can do without, but.
What are some of the songs off that? I don't even know right now.
The song Saint Anger, Frantic.
Right.
There's some good stuff on there.
Okay.
People never gave it a chance.
Well, maybe they go back and rediscover it.
They won't.
No.
Metallica fans are very weird and picky. They only like the first 4 albums.
Dude, right?
What
the
douches some of
I
those
know.
guys are.
They cut their hair. As soon as they cut their hair
Yeah,
for like, they cut their hair. Oh, so what does that mean? They're in their fucking 30s. Sorry that you haven't cut it yet.
Out. What does that mean?
Yeah, seriously. Is that so? Now all of a sudden they're not going to be. Ever since they cut their hair, they've been terrible. Because every fucking long hair Metallica guy lived in their fucking mom's basement or whatever, still lived at home and got pissed. Like, why the fuck did now I got to cut my hair because they did it?
Right.
That's a fucking funny shit right there. Mick Jagger is a great grandfather now. He's a great grandfather.
That just hit the news.
Yeah.
Wait, a great grandfather.
Holy shit.
Wait a minute. So that has
He's 70.
His grandkid
Holy
has
fuck.
a kid.
Wait, so oh my god. Wow.
His grandkid has a kid. That's crazy shit, man.
That's wild.
Fuck.
Fucking.
Oh, they came back to Metallica. Sorry.
I got a tweet from somebody because I retweeted Anthony's video, the one they played one.
Yeah.
And someone's like, dude, yeah, that's what we need to hear. Another version of whatever song I tweeted. Fucking
either one or Sabatro.
Sabatro or one, yeah.
I think it was one. The Metallica died in 1989. It's like,
Did they?
Dumb dude.
Did
Any
they
Metallica
really?
fan, if you think the Black Album stinks, you're a dumb cunt.
It's a fucking
It's
masterpiece.
an amazing album.
It's a masterpiece.
Metallica fans got jealous because the Black Album was the first album to get played on the radio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Metallica never got played on the radio. One was their first video they ever did, and it got a little play on MTV, but radio was still afraid to play that song because that's too heavy.
It was scary when they used to come on MTV. It's like, whoa, fuck,
Right,
these guys are frightening.
I was in Buffalo Radio. We played it.
You did?
There
Well,
was
yeah,
a
probably like-
handful of those rock stations that were brave enough to play early Metallica.
Right,
one
but,
video was so sick.
yeah, I know. But then Black came out, and then they went back and started playing all the old Metallica stuff.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, Master of Puppets was getting played on the radio, and Ride the Lightning.
But that's why Metallica fans should respect the Black Album because that enabled the band to get. You're right. I'm just reiterating what you said.
Right.
To get their whole catalog played on the radio.
It's so weird.
It led to that.
With music, people get mad when a band gets big.
Yep.
When it start getting played on the radio.
But
and
that's
then,
what the bands want. So if you're a fan of that, why don't you go, oh, okay, congrats, you finally got what you wanted.
It's like a job where someone starts as a secretary in the fucking building, and then in 8 years, they're the boss. They started the low run. Who doesn't root for people to do better in their job?
Right.
Because they think, I'll tell you why, because fans think they're being rebellious when they listen to certain things. So when other people like it, it doesn't feel like a rebellion anymore. And so what happens, it's about the fans and their perception. It's not about the music. It's about them feeling like, oh no, if other people like this band, I'm not as original and unique as I thought.
Yeah.
It's all about them.
Of course it's all about
Nothing
them.
to do with the
their
band.
self-image is tied in with the band.
Yeah, it's like I loved seeing the band. I saw Metallica like their 5th show ever on the East Coast in New Jersey at like a roller skating rink.
No shit.
Yeah, before their first record ever came out. It's like, and I saw them there, and I've driven them to the mall when Dave Mustaine was still in the band as a little kid. I don't get mad like, man, they were in my car one day, and now they're in a private jet. This is bullshit. I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they're not driving around in a freaking van going to show to show. Whatever makes them comfortable at this age. You know what I mean? So people, I don't understand that. Like,
That's Hetfield.
We're looking at the one video.
the one video is
Holy
phenomenal.
fuck.
They're so young in this. It's hilarious to look at them. They don't even look like the guys.
How old is one at this point?
Yeah, what year?
What year did that come out?
88? 88.
88?
I'm thinking
And Justice for All came out, yeah.
So 25 years we're up to, right? With the band.
Yeah, this video is like,
Wow.
oh man, this is creepy. The guy's fucking like has the mask on. He can't see or nothing. Oh, that's scary.
How old are these
Great
guys?
song.
They in their
scared.
50s now?
Yeah, Hetfield just turned 50 last year. So I think they're all about right about
Look
50.
at the head of hair on Lars. Wow. Oh my God.
So they're like 25 years old here.
The fact that they're still
Unbelievable.
fucking playing and they're still, they're 50-year-old guys doing a fucking show as heavy as they did on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's
I just
amazing.
anyone that cries that Metallica only had 4 good albums and they died in whatever, go see them in fucking live in concert and you tell me, and then you walk out of there and tell me that they suck.
They're amazing.
But they won't. They're like, what are they going to play? Something off a load?
They're gonna play
You tell me
Enter
fucking.
Sandman.
You
The
tell me
Memory Remains
Fuel's
is
not a great song.
Well,
That's
Memory
a fucking
Remains is
great.
a great song.
Yeah.
They're just babies.
The problem is, as soon as someone sees like a little kid wearing a Metallica shirt or a Slipknot shirt or whatever band is popular, I can't like him anymore. Look, there's a 12-year-old wearing that shirt. Yeah, well, 12-year-olds wear Black Sabbath shirts. I'm not going to all of a sudden my history of Black Sabbath not like him anymore because some guy got his little kid in the Sabbath or Iron Maiden.
Because it's
so
about
stupid.
It's about the fucking fans and their images, their own self-image is tied in with the band. So all that does is make them question their own self.
Well, good. Then those fans should stay in the little fucking factory that they started at 19 and make $12.50 an hour and never move up in their job ever. Because I'll be jealous, dude. I remember you, Jim. I remember you used to work in that factory in North Brunswick, and now you got a nice car and you live in the city. I don't like you anymore. You're the same fucking scumbag you were when I met in 1991. And that's why I still like you.
They're the worst. The fans like that are the fucking worst. Yeah. Just little crybabies who don't want to admit, well, they changed and it makes me doubt myself and it makes me feel like I'm not here. That's all it's about.
Yeah. Also, but you were in radio. No one, as a DJ too, you can't predict. You can't write a song going, this is definitely going to be on the radio. You can't guarantee that the song you write in a studio is going to be on the radio. They had no idea.
They had no idea the Black Album was going to be as huge as
they go, let's just change our sound. Metallica's always done that with every record, is tried a different sound.
Right.
A lot of them.
Of course, that's what you got to do.
So that's what they did with that record at that time.
That record was, oh my
And it was MTV still playing heavy metal videos.
Right.
If MTV wasn't playing those videos, that album wouldn't have been would have sold half the copies it sold.
It's a great album, man.
Death Magnetic was a fucking heavy album. People
Death Magnetic is a great record. The last one they put out.
I'm a good example, actually. I didn't really know much about Metallica before the Black Album, and I was in music radio, to be completely honest with you. But like you said, I love your point. When I heard the Black Album, I mean, I wore it out. I was one of those guys that wore it out. I'm like, this is unbelievable. And then I'm like, well, what else can I get from this band? And then I fucking discovered the other shit.
Yeah.
For real. I didn't know For Whom the Bell Tolls and Master of Puppets. I didn't know those songs back then. Now I love those too.
Yeah.
I went backwards with the band because of the Black Album. So... Hit the Lights was amazing. They started with Hit the Lights. What a great song. I heard that song live.
Yeah, that was their first song they ever wrote. Basically, track one of Kill 'Em All.
Yeah, but I've seen Metallica 5 times. I don't think I've ever heard them play that one.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, they're just a great band, man. You just saw it last night. Anyone that was there, and Anthony, I don't know how big a Metallica fan you are, but what a show, right?
Yeah.
Was that unbelievable, though? 2 hours and 10 minutes. I know Sam was there. Yeah, but 45. What's that? You never saw him live? They easily could have just done a 45-minute set. Of course, it's for radio. It's a free show. All right, we're gonna get in and get out.
We'll give them an hour.
Do the best hits, greatest hits, and get out of there.
Right.
They did 2 encores. They even, I think the curfew didn't went past curfew. Too, because I saw a sign in the back said 10:15 was a hard curfew. Obviously, it was probably 10:30, but they played till like 10:55.
They made it to 11.
Or 11, yeah.
Well, no, 10:55. You're right. I mean, I think 11 would be the fuck. We got to pay for this now.
Which by the staff there at the Apollo Theater, the rudest people they hated everybody there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to tell everyone. I go, look, I wanted to just go up to everyone. I go, look, I'm sorry what happened before. All right, I wasn't around. I don't even know if anyone from my family was involved.
Sorry, what happened?
I didn't
before.
Yeah, exactly. I did. I wasn't brought up a racist. I'm not a racist, but don't take it out on me. That shit was a long time ago. No one, everybody was well behaved at the show.
Sure.
So what if a guy was standing there with a beer talking to his friend? Get out of the way! Move! Don't go in here. They were just so rude.
Yeah.
It really annoyed me. I'm like, get over it already. All right, I'm sorry. Jesus,
I'm sorry. Who do I apologize to?
Oh my God.
You're the
Did
best.
anyone notice that?
Well,
Not really in my
I only
area.
dealt with one person. That was the girl behind the bar, and I tipped her really well, and she had no clue what that alien concept of
Ushers
tipping
or
was.
people taking tickets or any of that? You didn't see any of that going on?
I saw some kind of shit.
Oh, I got yelled at for using the wrong door exiting.
Yeah, that was
that was a
screamed at.
biggie.
And the usher, where's the? Then you said, where's the white door?
But I've had such piece of shit ushers in every single venue. Like when we saw Sabbath, remember we first saw Sabbath back in Meadowlands when they first toured with Bill in like '98.
Yeah.
Fuck it. At the end, Sabbath released this confetti. It was amazing, and it was these little black strips that said Black Sabbath on it with like a little cross, little teeny. So I'm picking one up off the floor. There's probably 200 million pieces of confetti. And it was a fucking, the white guy. And he comes up and goes, no, you can't take any of that. This fucking cunt that worked in the metal. No, that's, no, you can't take that. And he was serious.
Are you kidding me?
Confetti. Yeah. But I mean, so I've always thought that most of the ushers I've dealt with in those places have been pieces of shit, regardless. Like, I've noticed across the board they've been shit. The only place I've liked the ushers was 2 weeks ago in Irvine, in California. Maybe it was East Coast, West Coast. They were actually very nice to the fans for Saturday. Other than that, every venue I've ever been in, the ushers have been twats.
Did you take a piece of confetti?
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, good.
But it was amazing.
I was going to say, if you listened to that guy, I would have punched you.
I didn't. He was just some fucking nobody.
You notice, though, in the New York area, when you go, you have like a backstage pass or some kind of pass. Halfway through the night, it changes. That doesn't work anymore. I'm like, it's all access. It's from the band. No,
that's all access.
No, they just changed it. I'm looking at the chart. Nope, you can only go here. I'm like, who made that fucking decision?
What happened?
What happened in that meeting you had at 3 in the afternoon? Why did it change?
Yeah,
it's only on the East Coast that shit happens. That pass no good anymore.
But bands got smart. It used to be the backstage pass, and next thing you're just like pretty much in their dressing room, and then someone goes, "Wait a minute, we could have zones.
We'll have like that's good
Actual
for up
zones,
to here.
right.
This is good for this one."
But there was a time you just hanging out with Robert Plant because you were lucky enough
because you got a green fucking thing on your leg, a sticky fucking.
Like, hey, what's up, Robert?
Yeah,
looking forward to the show.
There was no distinction between the sound man and a meet and greet winner.
And then they finally went,
they
wait
both
a
could
minute
just go anywhere. Yeah, all access.
Yeah. Oh, there's something.
I could see if bands back in the day, everybody was they only wanted chicks backstage.
Right.
That doesn't go on anymore at rock shows.
Yeah.
You don't see any slutty chicks ever, very rarely. So it's a bunch of dudes. It's just a bunch of it's a bunch of dudes just hanging out. So don't stop me if it's because of chicks. I get it.
Right.
I got one complaint about the show. Just one little complaint. The guitar picks at the end of the show.
I got two of them.
Well, good for you. I know what I got? A huge bruise on my thigh from the guy that dived into our row.
What a piece. That guy was annoying the
whole
whole
night. Fucking hit me with his knee or something, and he's on the floor crawling around like a fucking addict trying to find a guitar pick. Yeah, you know the guy. I actually got a bruise on my fucking thigh.
And he had pushed you before that.
Yeah, we got pushed around like motherfuckers.
When he jumped in like that, I was pissed at him because he kept doing that. When he jumped in, I kneed his head into the side of the chair.
Oh, nice.
I mean, he just dove in front of us to get picked.
Because at one point, they just took fucking handfuls and were just throwing it. And man, were people losing their minds for those guitar picks.
Someone gave me one. I didn't catch one.
Oh. Kirk Hammett threw one. It was a little one. Not the big white ones they were throwing later. Earlier, he threw one. It bounced off the guy next to me's head. And it landed right up by my foot, and I picked it up, and he's like, dude, come on, man, give me that. And I go, I got it. He's like, yeah, but it hit off my head. I go, so? I go, I'll give you the assist. That's it. You get the assist, and I fucking picked it up.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Yeah, he's like, you're on that metal show. You wouldn't have enough picks. I go, I don't have any. They don't fucking give me picks when I tape the show. He was fucking pissed the rest of the show. Because it was about 3/4 of the way in. Kirk threw one out and it bounced off his head.
Did you eventually give it back to him?
Fuck no.
Not knowing they would throw probably 500 out.
And then I got one later, too.
Probably 500
Yeah, people were actually giving them back at the end, like we have 7.
Yeah. Right, we have 7. Jimmy wants to get a Metallica picture today. We're in picture-taking mode. Jimmy is all
we're trying
about
to,
it today.
It ain't going to happen. I believe
trying to work it out.
I sense these things, and I'm usually right.
I just saw James come in downstairs in the lobby. I said hello to him. We talked about the show. He said had an amazing time there. So he's in good spirits.
Oh, so maybe get it. Remember the time at Giant Stadium backstage? You were there.
Nassau Coliseum was another one too.
Joe wasn't there, but that was when we got Hetfield.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Giant Stadium where we were in the hallway waiting.
Yeah.
And we all had to make sure we knew how to work his camera properly.
Yeah.
But we got them.
Yeah.
the fucking ritual.
Right.
We
were there so long. We walked out. Do you remember we walked out with Hetfield and his family?
Yeah.
We followed them out.
I know.
His entire family. We felt like assholes. At that point, it was only the band leaving, us and Brewer and Hetfield's family.
I like going to shows with Jim because you're not waiting in any traffic after the show.
On the way home, no.
Yeah, because you're there for at least another hour afterwards.
I think this was at least an hour and a half. I think we were pushing 2 hours after the show.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well worth it.
And we had passes, but we didn't have the passes to go past the curtain, remember? So then we were trying to find the passes that got us past the curtain.
What a fucking...
But then
it's just too nerve-wracking.
But then we found out if you got the passes past the curtain, there was zone after that.
The dressing room zone was.
So
I can't fucking stand that.
So Jimmy, he's trying to get the group shot today.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
That was the best part of the fucking comedy tour that we were doing. We could walk anywhere.
It was weird, right?
It was so cool.
I kept waiting for someone to stop me.
Right, yeah. It's like, no, see, our fucking names are up there. We can go anywhere, fucker. Yeah, and then any other event, I always feel like, all right, this is coming to an end. I'm getting thrown out.
I always tell people, I go, just walk like you know where you're going.
Right,
if you have a guilty look on your face, you're dead.
Hey, where are you going?
Keep walking like you've been there a million times. Follow me. I escort like 5 people. If I have an all access, I go, just fucking get behind me and just keep looking straight ahead. I'll take care of it.
You're the snowplow. Just fucking plow
absolutely.
right through
And
anybody.
guys like, wait a minute, you all access. You can't. What they don't have. When I go, I work for the band. Sorry, and I do when the music's really loud, so they can't argue with you. You know, just the usher that's fucking like 21. He's in college, and they got him standing there. I'm like, dude, and you just keep pointing. But no, I'm going over there, and you just go like
He's
this.
He's not going to out-yell the band.
And then he's just like, all right, I can't fucking deal with this guy.
Nice. Remember 2005? We were fucking backstage at Tweeter Center. We were trying to get Sabbath pictures, and we were watching Bill warm up on his drum riser, and we kept being afraid we were going to get thrown out. So every time somebody walked by, we would just talk like we knew what we were doing. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like
we didn't know
they
if
were
the guy
supposed
was
to bring this earlier, but they didn't bring it. We just kept
we were just staring at Bill Ward. Our buddy Jason Bittner, who's a drummer in Shadows Fall, knew Bill. So he goes, all right, just wait here. And Bill, we warmed up for like 45 minutes, and we're just staring at him. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
That's pretty
I'm like,
cool.
all right, we're definitely getting thrown out of here. Because like, who are these 2 creeps?
We wanted Bill Ward pictures so fucking. Bill was all unshaven and just relaxed, and he was so nice. But every time someone came by, we didn't want to seem like fans. So we're like, well, I don't know, but the guy was going to come back, but he never did.
Oh, that's another good thing is when somebody puts you somewhere and goes, all right, just stay here, I'll be right back. And then you're just lost there. And someone asks you, it's like, what are you doing back here? Well, fucking my buddy Bob, he's the guy that, I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. You can't stay here. No, but I was told, come on, move. And you're like, this fucking sucks.
But the guy tells you, it's cool. You'll be fine.
Just stand here.
Right. That's never cool.
Fuck that.
Next thing you know, you find the one door you didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And you're in an alley somewhere.
What happened? I'm out of the whole venue.
Now I can't even see the show. I broke some rule.
What we used to do is we get like 4 guys. I'd have a ticket like in the 10th row.
Yeah.
So I get all the way down to the bottom, and I have like 3 guys behind me that didn't have tickets there. They were up on the lawn, had lawn seats. So I'd go there when the band was on, when it was super loud, and I'd go to the guy, like the one usher, and I'd be showing him my ticket. He's like, and he'd point, okay, it's right over there. I go, no, but what is this? He goes, what are you talking? I go, I'm supposed to be over here, not there. I just keep pointing and causing mass confusion. And I'm pointing at the guy. I go, but what if? And as soon as he turns his head, my 3 friends just whiz by like 100 miles an hour. And he's looking at them like they're gone. But I'm like, well, where is this? He goes, it's right there. And they're already mixed into the crowd. Fucking fake them out every time.
You just gave a good tip out there.
You're a pro.
That's beautiful.
I went to a San Francisco Giant game one time, big Giant fan. So all the rushers are like 80 years old. They hire old people to check the tickets. Me and my brother, my nephews get down to the 3rd row right behind the dugout. We sneak pot. This old woman, as soon as she's distracted, we blow by her. Right. She can't stop us. But now it's only the 3rd inning. We still want to get beers and food. So like, how do I get back out of here? I don't have a ticket. I might get busted. So I go back up to her. I go, listen, my friends are a bunch of alcoholics, and I'm going to get some food, but I'm not going to be able to show you my ticket because I'm going to take like 6 beers back, and I won't be able to go in my pocket. So will you remember me when I come back? She goes, okay, yeah, I'll remember. I go, I look like Brad Pitt, don't I? And she's like, oh, I wouldn't say that. I'm like, come on, just a little. How about from this angle? She's like, oh, no, I don't think so. Yeah, maybe a little. Like, okay, so you remember Brad Pitt, right? She goes, of course. Okay, Brad.
Oh, man.
Come back with 8 beers. There you go, Brad. Yeah, hi, Brad. Walk right by. Beautiful.
Oh, man, that's
fucking
a good
professional.
Yes. Oh, that's brilliant.
Because I tell people, if I'm going to sneak you down to the front row, you can't take a piss the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's it.
Or just do it in the cup. Which my friend, I took him to Sabbath. You know Tony, Crazy Tony. we're in like the 10th row. I mean, they probably pay like $350 for the seats to be in 10th row. And he just takes his dick out and pisses at the PNC Arts Center. Is pissing while the band's on. He pulls his shorts to the side and usually use a cup. Out of respect, you piss in an empty beer cup. Nobody's looking. You do it on a song. You don't do it on a bad song. You do it on like War Pigs, where everybody's looking at the stage, and you whiz right in the cup. No problem. You put it down by your feet. You're good to go.
And then someone tips that over.
Well, always, yeah. And then if someone has sandals on, it's even better because then it gets all over their feet.
It's always best to put it on the ground and then give it the slight kick it over yourself.
So
just you don't. It doesn't splash when it's kicked and maybe get on you. So you do that. But if I've seen people that just blatantly piss like that, and it's splashing like a horse piss all over everyone's fucking shins, and it's disgusting.
Well, that's what my friend did. These two big guys are in front of him. It's the first song, and he's pissing, and it's splashing on their back of their friggin'
their ankles.
Yeah, on their ankles because they got shorts on. It's freaking 100 degrees, and these guys are turning around, and he pulled it back real quick. He's a professional, and they're like, and they're trying to look, but it's dark, and they're trying to look for the piss, but they can't see it, and they're just staring at him. I go, "Did you just piss?" He's like, "Yep," and he keeps headbanging like, "Yeah," and these guys will keep turning around, and they're ready to punch him in the face. So I'm like, "Oh, the first 3 songs, they couldn't figure out if he did it or not. They were 90% sure, so I moved them over. I go, "Get on this side of me." So I moved them over like 3 people just so they wouldn't punch him in the face. And at one point, all the lights came on, and like, "Look for the piss," and they were all looking around, but the whole floor was wet.
Right.
Yeah, and it dried up on their seats that he pissed on, so they just let it go. But I go, "You ruined the first 4 songs because I'm gonna have to fight these guys."
Right, I was standing like 4 fucking seats over, going, "This is gonna be a fucking major."
You
problem.
saw it, right? I know.
Of course I did.
It was bad.
You I'd get beat up for. Him I wouldn't. Jim I'd get beat up for.
But I mean, there's no. I'm like, I told him later. I go, "Those guys paid like $700 total for those 2 seats, and you pissed on them.
You
pissed on them."
We got a guy that wants to apologize to you, Florentine. Mickey on Long Island. Mickey.
Jim, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Yeah, I got to apologize. I was sitting in front of you at the concert. I kept calling you DeRosa. What? Got a picture with you.
Oh, call me DeRosa?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even remember that, but that's all right. Look, I was with my wife, who's hot, not a tranny, so I don't know why you would say DeRosa.
I got a picture with you guys. You guys were all awesome.
All right, that's the apology? All right.
Yes.
Well, it happens. What
All right. All awesome.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to play another song from the Apollo show.
Oh, which one?
I don't know. You want to do Seek and Destroy because you missed that one in?
Yes.
I try to leave early, but...
Yeah, what do you think about people who leave shows early?
It depends. If you're a huge fan, you shouldn't leave early.
What about the Apollo Metallica concert?
What about...
Well, it depends.
What about I would have missed 3 songs?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It wasn't like I left an hour in.
If I saw like U2 there or something like that...
I've left early and I
would go, all right, you know what, let's get out of here.
I really like U2, and I've left early for that because I didn't want to be stuck at Giant Stadium while 120,000 people are trying to fucking get back to
I wanted time to grab
New
some
York
dinner
City.
After the show. I wanted to go to a restaurant and to leave. It would have been an hour to get a cab and stuff like that. So I bolted after the first encore and grabbed a cab. In 2 seconds, I was out of there.
It's worth it. He missed Battery and Seek and Destroy.
I missed
That's
Seek and Destroy, which sucks. I didn't mind missing Battery so much, but yeah, what are you going to do?
I get it. Look, if Jim left a Sabbath concert because he wanted to beat the traffic, there'd be no excuse for that.
Right.
You know, he's like, nah, I didn't want to wait at the Meadowlands for that. Then. But if you're not a huge hardcore fan, then it's like, all right, you saw. It was a long show.
Yeah.
So you saw 2 hours.
I saw
2 hours and 10
Metallica from right here.
It was awesome.
I wouldn't leave a Sabbath show early to catch a flight.
Oh, Jimmy.
I wouldn't leave a Sabbath show early for anything. No.
Wow.
All right, well, we're going to play Seek and Destroy. We got Florentine in today. Jim, you promoting anything as we go to break here?
Yeah, my podcast. It's Comedy Metal Midgets. New one up today. My new one is about the NFL, how they're stopping games because of the fucking weather.
Oh, the rain,
Yeah, there's 3 games in the first 2 weeks.
Well, let's talk.
Rain?
They stopped, and lightning. As soon as they said it's lightning, they got the fucking Doppler radar out. We got to wait till fucking 4:55. When have they ever fucking stopped a game before?
Amazing.
Three times in 2 weeks already.
It's those old NFL films that fucking playing in like flaming hail and a storm of locusts.
We're going to talk about it after the break.
All right.
We got to get into that a little bit, even though it'll be on your podcast. And also...
Hyenas Comedy Club this week in Fort Worth, Texas, Friday, Saturday.
And also you got your take on the Redskins thing, too, right?
Oh, yeah. That's
All
the
right,
ending.
good. We'll
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
after the break. But first, from the Apollo Saturday night, here's Metallica, Seek and Destroy. Night, but James Hetfield was having barbecue. So.
I was at the barbecue place.
Oh, you saw him there?
Yeah, he came over and said hello. Cause,
he knows you personally at this point?
He knows me from the show, but Brian Slagle, who originally signed them from Metal Blade Records, I was hanging with him.
He's still around with the band?
Well, Brian's got his own label. He was the first one to put a Metallica song out.
Okay.
Years ago, and then they.
But I mean, is he still connected with Metallica?
Yeah. Because we sent him over to the table because he was eating. I go, Brian, go over there and see if James will come over to our table. And he goes, and he went over and said hello. He goes, hey, he's eating right now, but he might. And then he came over about 15 minutes later.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Said hello and all that stuff. And
were people just staring at him at the place?
They didn't know because he just kind of mixed. He fit right in with everybody.
Yeah,
there wasn't too many Metallica fans there.
Okay.
That barbecue place is unbelievable.
Yeah,
that was the best barbecue I've ever had in my life.
Is it a legendary place?
Amazing.
Yeah, they do well over there.
Yeah.
He's
Holy
so
shit,
fucking-
you got to try that
Is it a
place.
long line?
No, not at all.
No, you can get in and out.
He's so recognizable to like even like casual fans. It's like, oh, that's fucking James Hetfield. You know?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was a few people hanging around, but they he didn't come in with like a big security. He had a couple of buddies with him, photographers and stuff, but no one bothered him. But he did come over to the table, which is great.
Man, that is, look at that.
But this is about Jimmy in the picture.
Oh.
So there's an opportunity to get a picture with the whole band, which Jimmy really wants. And we've noticed that it's starting to ramp up.
Well, the
frustration.
The reason it's frustrating is because
ramp up.
This is what it's. Do you understand that I was when I heard Metallica was playing at the Apollo?
Right.
I was. They offered me a Tonight Show shoot, and I told my manager first, turn down the Tonight Show shoot.
Wow.
I can't do it. I'm going to this show, and then I realized you can't do that. You're a psychopath. Like you can't put a fucking show before your career.
But it's not even put a show, it's a picture. The picture was more important than the show as far as the Tonight Show
At that
booking,
point, they
probably.
didn't really, yeah, I mean, at that point, I wasn't sure if there would be a meet and greet, but I'm like, I maybe. But then it turned out the Tonight Show canceled, so I was like, okay, I was lucky there. But I was tempted to, but then I was like, I can't do it, that's crazy. So we go to the meet and greet, and again, Sirius was amazing. They fucking got us in, and Mark hooked it all up. And it was just one of those things where James was out kind of exploring the city and just didn't make the meet and greet.
And that's when me and Ant looked at each other and went,
so you guys know.
Of course, we all know.
But I knew before the show that it wouldn't happen. I knew before we went up there.
Did you really?
I was told before there's only going to be 3 of them there.
Okay.
So.
But you were hoping, maybe they're wrong.
You never know. Yeah, you never know. But I didn't know if it would be James or Robert or Lars or whoever. So now they're going to be here. They're doing Howard, who, we don't really have it's not even a negative thing. We just, they have their thing, we get our thing.
Mm.
So there's no way to go over and ask anybody, hey, could I? Because they're not going to accommodate me.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
Knock on his door.
Hello.
If it wouldn't get me fired, I would do it.
Why would it get you fired? Knock on the door and go, hey, man, is there anyone I could talk to?
While they're playing a song.
Oh,
no,
God.
just on the
God.
outside door. Just knock.
Bust in when they're on the air. Hey,
they probably have a doorbell over there. Ring the doorbell. See who comes to the front of the Howard section of the floor.
Yeah,
and then just ask nicely.
Your best way right now is when they're coming out. In the lobby, you'll be there and jump right in. So that's your only shot. You're not going to get in that side of the building.
It's going to be a madhouse out there, though.
No, I don't think so.
They're going to have security people with them.
And I think they're going to take a few group shots.
They're going to take a few group shots
because there's somebody around here of importance that they're going to.
Sirius is going to want them to, even though they took it in front of the sign at Apollo, they're going to want to do it here too.
But that's just it too, because unless they're doing group shots, what are you going to do? Walk up to all of them and go, guys, come on, get together here. I need a picture with all of you.
If I could speak to one of them, if I could speak to Kirk, I would say, look, James wasn't at the meet and greet. It's like, you guys are impossible together as a band.
We can't.
I would ask asking a band member is sometimes easier. I told you I got Sabbath because I asked Tony to stop Ozzy because he was walking out.
Where are we at though? You were making phone calls, texting people. What's
the update?
Give us the update.
It's just there's no update. Like I know it's not going to happen. I know it's like I feel it. I honestly do feel it. It's like I know the energy on these things, and it's fucking. You feel the push kind of going a certain way.
Will you be all right if it doesn't happen?
I'll be, of course. I mean, I'm lucky I got to see them. I've met them. It's not like it's the end of the world. It's just. Fuck, it was that close.
Can you Photoshop James in that picture? You have that picture, the old picture with them. It's just nobody's going to know.
But I'd be so bummed if it was Robert Trujillo who wasn't there. I'd be bummed, or Laura, any of them.
Right.
It's just one of those things. It's a really hard thing to get. It's a really fucking hard thing to get.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, man. 86, by the way, was that show, not 85. It was 86.
What show? Oh, the
Ozzy show, yeah.
What about Brewer? Jim's tight with James.
Yeah, but
Did you work that angle?
No, we asked him. I can't call Brewer. Could you ask James?
No, could he stop in the hallway?
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
You're desperate. You know what I mean? You got to throw it out.
Even I'm not
so bad. We're like kind of fucking.
The only reason
I told him earlier, I'm just poking at you because it's just too much fun.
I'm texting
for the radio show.
I'm texting our agent
because he's suffering inside.
Because the only way to do this is to go through the agency, through the management, because I can't do it through Howard's show. And it's frustrating because these are the guys, like my guy, Pete doesn't really deal with them as much as like, these other two guys in the office do, who've been dealing with them for 20 years. And it's like, all you gotta do is just, hey, who's gonna be with so-and-so? Oh, we got a client, just wants to take a picture with the band when they're done. It's like literally that simple, and it's
so why isn't that being done?
With their work, who knows? I mean, I don't know how these communications. I just know for me, on a very low level as a comic, how I do things, but it's different than a fucking band that does, stadiums. I understand that.
Call Pete live on our
different.
Call Pete live on our show right now.
No, because he's actually on a bus. He wouldn't pick up the phone. I know where he is right now. He's on a bus.
He won't pick up if he's in his office at his desk. He's not picking up.
No, why?
Because he's.
Why?
Oh man,
is there some avoidance going on right now?
No, I mean he just knows that it's like there's only so much he could do. I think if he was here to facilitate it, he could possibly pull it off, where he's standing out there and go, hey, you guys real quick, but he can. He's on a bus, and there's a lot of red tape to go through. I'm telling you, your best shot is be out there, get a 3-minute notice when they're almost done, and stand out there. They're going to take pictures and just jump in. Hey, I'm from Ozzy's Boneyard. They love. One thing about Metallica, they love any people that promote metal. They'll always respect that, and they'll always go out of your way for you. So if you throw that angle in there, they probably know who you are.
I love metal.
But I do a show in Ozzy's Boneyard every night. I love I play you guys all the time. I love to get a quick.
This is where I completely agree with Jimmy, though. Some of these things that should be so fucking simple, there's always some complication, and it's like, why is there so much red tape and bullshit? They're here. There's no one else really around.
We're fabulous.
It should be like a no-brainer.
Look, everybody has to justify their job.
You're right.
That's working with them, not necessarily them. I'm not using them as an example, but anybody, the publicist, and then this one, and it never gets to the band, and then they're gone.
And here's the other side of it. We're so pathetic. I'm just hanging around the apologist waiting for people to ask me for a picture.
Right.
I didn't realize you could get to a level where you could make it all complicated shit.
Yeah, it's fucking frustrating, man.
It is frustrating. It's so stupid.
But I know the energy of these things. I'm not.
It's not like he's out in Times Square where if he stops and takes a picture now, fuck, these guys are going to be taking pictures for the next 2.5 hours.
That I get.
We're talking, it would be seconds. Seconds
it's
added onto
30
their day.
Seconds.
Not even, but whatever.
Jimmy.
Whatever.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, I'm like, my 14-year-old nephew went to the Sabbath show in Jersey, and I was talking to Sharon before, and he was talking to her, and she was so excited that he was a huge fan and being a 14-year-old kid. After the show, Ozzy jumped in his SUV, and we're saying goodbye to Sharon, and Sharon's like, Ozzy, get out of the car. Get out. He's like, what? He's like, get out. Get out. You have to take a picture. And she made Ozzy get out of the car after the show and take a picture with my nephew.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I mean? That was like, she just said, look, just do this. This guy, whatever. He works on our channel, doing all this stuff, and just, takes 2 seconds out of your life. She went out of her way to do it.
Yeah, we got everyone for him that night. We got,
it's pretty cool.
Fucking,
So... we had to go through, if we tried to go through the publicist, a Black Sabbath, then a manager, then 2 Ozzy handlers, it would have never happened. Right to Sharon, right there, she pulled her husband out.
Organically, it happened. You know what I mean?
I have a good, all right, what, if it does happen, you get the whole band, can you do something nice for somebody?
Well, we got to get past the fact that it might not be a good picture after that.
No, well,
we got that stage.
What if you get the one and it's blurry? What if it goes straight?
I got my Charlton Heston picture,
and if it's blurry.
I got scolded because, what was it, The Flash and your Rob Zombie picture?
Oh, but I didn't scold you. It was just a bounce off the thing. I
just pumped it up for the show. But Jimmy was pumped out because...
Wait, have you worked it out who's going to take the picture if this goes down?
No.
And what camera?
I got my camera. I've been carrying my fucking camera in my back pocket. Hopefully there'll be somebody out there, but I'll have my camera too, and I'll just hand it to anybody and just say, snap us. And I'll, believe me, it'll be ready.
There's a lot of stages here.
I'll bring Kenny out there with me.
Then the picture has to be good after that.
It'll be okay. I have faith that the picture's taken. Can I do something nice for somebody? Yeah, I mean,
I know, I'm just joking.
I would jerk somebody off into my hand.
You know what's another good move? I saw someone do this, is you give Kenny your iPhone and your camera, and he takes two at the same time. Clicks both like that.
Too much. Too
no,
crazy.
because then one's not good.
Shaky,
maybe
though. You're going to get a shit.
Yeah, but you know what? You got two there.
This camera's better. The one I got here is a good
I know, but
camera.
maybe the light's not on,
It's like
or maybe
two
it's better if it's
pistols, one
dark.
in each hand.
Yeah.
Do you do it that way, or do you concentrate with one pistol with two hands and really aim?
No, the fucking button. Kenny looking for the button with his big dry hands.
God, he'd
break the phone and poke his finger through.
My phone takes good pictures. You could.
All right, well, if I go out there too,
phone.
I'll use your phone. Kenny gets it on your camera, so you got a backup.
But then the eyes aren't looking in the right place.
You can't be picky at that point.
No, Jimmy don't like that.
You could fix them in fucking Photoshop.
That's why I always hate when there's two cameras pointing at a group.
I know.
I always yell like, "No, that one first," because no one knows where to look.
If I'm the one taking the picture, if they want the picture with me, if it's a couple of fans, I'll actually say, "Look at the girl in the pink." Okay, everybody. My arms are actually out. I'm method acting. Look at the girl in the red. I'll actually tell the fucking people I'm with where to look, so they don't have a douchey picture.
I met John Mellencamp. He's dating Meg Ryan. I don't know if he still is, at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like a year and a half ago, and they weren't even looking at me. I just stood next to him, and they weren't taking any pictures, and I just said to my friend, just snap it. He's like, "Do not longer, just snap it." And they're looking that way, and I'm just standing there with a big grin on my face. It's a great picture.
Because you like getting pictures, too.
Yeah, I do, especially Mellencamp and Meg Ryan. That's a good one.
Not like Jimmy, but you're pretty close, though.
Florentine
That's a good
got
one.
me on this fucking kick in 97.
We got to
blame you. Fucking Florentine.
I did.
Get the picture. Get the picture. We were fucking Aussie, and I was only going to get an autograph back then.
Oh, my
And
God.
the picture came out so beautiful, it became a lifelong obsession.
And you've been chasing that hit ever
started.
since. That first hit is always the good hit.
The good picture.
You've been chasing that ever
And now
since.
my nephew, I bring him to all the shows, so now he's into it. I got him into it, so now it's like every band I know.
Now I know why bands don't want to do
I gotta bring him on the bus. I gotta go, yeah, and then I'm like, hey, my nephew. But one thing about bands, when they see a young kid, they'll always go out of their way for him.
Because
he's 14, so they're like, all right, they'll get a guy out of his bunk on the bus. Go, hey, you gotta take a picture with this kid.
The new fans, the up and coming fans, they need those.
But now I use him. If I don't have a picture, I go, you know what? I might as well get one too.
Might as well.
Yeah, since he got one. Why you already got the guy out of the bunk?
I would tip somebody out of their wheelchair to take a picture.
Jimmy, we're getting a great tip coming in for real. For real. No, Sean in California. Sean.
Yes, sir. This is why the Android and Samsung is such a great phone. So with the Samsung device, you can actually just record the whole event. And then as you're recording, it's actually taking like still images. So when you're ready for the shot that you want, you just play back your video, you touch the screen, and you got your perfect photo every time.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I've actually.
It does work.
I've actually thought
it does
of that
work
too.
that way.
No, I know.
The Samsung does a great job at that. So
that's a pretty cool
I've
feature.
taken screenshots off my videos. Everyone calm down.
No,
on the iPhone.
It's a special
On an
program that
iPhone,
only
Pause,
Samsung has this.
Screenshot. It's been fine.
But Samsung has a special program.
Look at this moment I interrupted.
They do.
With fucking, I'm showing Jim this picture with fucking Dio and Lemmy. We're having a nice moment at the
Holy shit.
Motorhead.
Oh, no. What did
30th anniversary. Can you see that?
Jimmy fucking just put his face in there. Oh, you moment wrecker.
That rules.
That's a great.
And I actually sent this one picture to Lemmy I got of him and, wait, where is it? Him and fucking Ronnie hugging. Is that a great shot? Yeah, I didn't even ruin that one with my own face.
With my own face.
I remember the Ozzy picture I got from my nephew when Sharon got him out of the truck. I panicked because I took my nephew's phone and it was on record. And I'm taking a picture, and I'm like, it's not going. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, it's on record. And I have an iPhone. I know how to work it. And I was that fucking fan that was like, and I was almost dropping the phone because I was hitting wrong buttons because I'm like, I'm now making Ozzy wait.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be out here. It was uncomfortable.
Seems like
every
10
second.
minutes.
Yeah,
You were that guy.
yeah, because he was doing the whole choke thing where he chokes him. That's like Ozzy's face. It's a great picture when he chokes. So he's holding on to my nephew's neck, and I'm like, oh, dude, wait, hold on.
Nephew's turning blue. He's really squeezing.
Oh man.
Well, good luck to you, Jimmy.
We'll see how this works.
We'll see what happens.
We all know how it's going to work
No,
out. And I'll
you
live with
never
it, and
know.
I'll shut my fucking
You
faggoty mouth.
never know.
At this point, how
I just hope we don't
important is
get
this
punched in the
to
eye
you?
this time.
Like, would you, what,
Like
all right, what
battered
would you rather
wives.
have? A Cowboys Super Bowl win this year, or the whole band picture right now?
I would rather have
a picture.
I'd rather have a picture with you and Sam than a Cowboys Super Bowl win. Fuck them. Yeah, I want a picture with the band badly. More than anything.
I like the segue into football, though. That's smart. You're learning. You're learning some radio shit.
Professional.
It's unbelievable because now we can talk football and it seems smooth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I saw what he was doing.
No, I was trying to think of like how, because I know he was a big Cowboy fan, but you don't even like the Yankees anymore, so you can't even do a sports reference.
He's not really a Cowboys
there.
fan either.
I'm not even that big of a sports guy, except for UFC. It's the only thing I really watch. By the way, did you see the Jones?
How good was it?
It's one of the
I haven't
best fights
seen it yet.
I've ever seen.
Really?
Wow, really?
I knew this would be a tough one because I was talking to somebody and they're like, no, this is not a big fight for Jones. And I'm like, you don't know this guy he's fighting. Gustafson's a fucking brute. He's a fast-handed
Can you go the distance?
brute.
I don't even know.
If anyone didn't hear the UFC fighters see it.
Oh God, that's impossible at this point.
The guy Jones beat the guy on a decision. It was Jones's fucking face was swollen. He was bleeding. He said it's by far the toughest fight he's ever had, and he was losing the fight through a lot of it. And then he wound up coming back. And I think the last 2 rounds, his win. He's just a champion. This Gustafsson is a motherfucker.
Champion.
And is and Jones, he took Jones down for the first time in his career. It was an amazing.
Really?
Jones has never been fucking taken down. And Jones, it took him out of 11 times of trying to take this guy down, he took him down once.
And that was Saturday while we were at Metallica.
Yeah, so I watched it when I got home. I couldn't believe how fucking this guy was just fucking jabbing him to death, and Jones was kicking him. It was such a great fight, man. Brutal and bloody.
I'm gonna have to search it out, even though I know who won.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Like a good brutal bloody fight.
Oh, was it fucking good, man?
Yeah.
Florentine, so what's up with the NFL stopping games? Was it because of the lightning, or was it? It couldn't have been because of rain.
Well, lightning in the area and rain. Yeah, they've done three games so far in the first 2 weeks. They didn't start, who knows what's going to happen tonight? I don't know if the game.
It's ridiculous.
We've seen a lot of bad weather football games. Has anyone ever been hit by lightning?
No, never.
Okay,
never in an NFL game.
What the fuck is this about? All
never hit a stadium where fucking 20,000 people died because they were sitting in aluminum seats. They had a fucking beer in their hand and the lightning hit it. It never happened.
So what's different this year?
I don't know what's going, because you got a former lawyer running the league, Roger Goodell.
Oh, God.
So he's afraid of getting sued by everybody. He doesn't give a shit about the fans. The fans could sit in the fucking. He doesn't tell the stands go back in your car or go get a bunker under the stadium. You could sit there, but we got to get the players off the field.
Oh wow, great point.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's like, oh well, you bought a ticket to a.
You're not
a live
emptying the
event.
stadium. You're just getting your players off the field.
We're just getting the players off the field
because there's lightning in the area. That must feel. The fan must feel good, just standing there.
No, they don't give a shit. Yeah, they
waiting
can
to see if they're going to come back on the field.
How about they put a lightning rod on top of the fucking stadium? Doesn't that work?
I think they do. Yeah.
Or give everyone rubber shoes.
No one's dying in planes.
It's different. Yeah, you're not grounded.
Yes, I am. I have a good base.
But yeah, it's 45 minutes, an hour. And didn't you know the weather was going to be bad? Why don't you just delay the game from the beginning or just cancel it?
Right.
But obviously there's too much money. But don't fucking let the 75,000 people sit there and go, we got to take the players off the field because there's lightning in the area.
I used to watch those NFL films. And it was, these gladiators of the gridiron. And it's snowing. You can't even see. Mud, rain, fucking. They'd play through anything. And then you'd be laughing at, like, baseball. Go, oh, look at these pussies.
I know, they got to put the tarp out.
Yeah,
because
they cover the field up and run into the dugout. And football was always like, they'll play in fucking anything.
Just
now, 3 games already?
Put a dome over every stadium now if you worry about that. I mean, that's what they're going to have to do.
They started that shit because they didn't want to deal with the cold and the fucking rain and the snow.
They wanted their Super Bowl chances.
Football, man. It's great to see.
What's next though? It's windy. They're like, we got to take them off the field.
Yeah,
but what about it's too sunny? It's too hot.
Oh, we can't have them.
Maybe we should have. Are they going to make all the NFL play? They're just afraid of getting sued. They just got sued with the lawsuit. lawsuits. They got to pay like $1 billion out, which they got off light.
Way light.
With the concussions.
It wasn't even
they
$1 billion,
knew for
was it?
years these guys were getting fucked up from the concussions.
It wasn't even $1 billion.
It was 785
was that
plus
high?
lawyer
Okay.
fees.
Okay.
It averaged out to 170,000 a person that were under this lawsuit. The guys that got messed up.
Now what?
So they
what
only get
were
170,000 paid out over 20 years.
Jesus, they got fucked.
What were they supposed to do, though? What was the NFL supposed to do to prevent it, and what have they changed now?
I work for the NFL. Let me talk.
Jesus.
Jesus,
All right.
what happened?
All right, Mr.
You work
Derek?
for the NFL. Who are you?
All right, I used to. I worked in the NFL for 5 years.
As what?
No, we're not doing that part. I'm not going to give you guys my fucking role. But I managed a stadium for 5 years in the NFL.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. So my position there was I was day-to-day operation, everything in the building, top to bottom. Our structure got hit by lightning numerous times throughout the year. If we have a fucking game going on with 80,000 fans in the seats, someone's going to fucking die. It's not about a lawsuit. It's about fucking protecting people's lives, too, man. You're going to have someone die in the middle of a
How many people have been killed by lightning strikes in ballparks?
We clear the bowls during thunderstorms. People aren't in the seats when we have a storm going over. We have weather monitors all over the building. If a lightning strike hits within 20 miles, we get a signal. When it's within 15 miles...
Over the years, wait. Years ago, there wasn't all this equipment. There were lightning storms. How many people have been in Major League...
Wood.
What?
They were sitting on wood.
Not back, I'm not talking about fucking 1800s, Abner Doubleday. I'm fucking talking about...
When they used to wear leather helmets, too.
I'm talking about if you were sitting at, like, fucking Shea Stadium years ago, or Giant Stadium even, years ago, and a lightning storm came, and people were sitting in their seats and getting drenched by torrential rainfall, how many people have been killed by lightning?
I'm sure there's data out there. I don't have it. I'm not going to give it to you.
So what are you saying that people will die?
I've never heard of one case.
I think everyone would have known in a Packer friggin' Lion game in '72, 8 people got killed by lightning sitting in the top deck.
They put precautionary poles and lightning rods and stuff up around the perimeter of all these stadiums to keep it as safe as possible. I've never heard of people being killed by a lightning strike when you're sitting there watching a sporting event.
But what's Derek's point?
We had a fucking... All right, let me put it... My point is you guys are talking out of your ass, acting like, well, the NFL is scared of lawsuits.
They are. Well, why now? Why didn't they do it in the 70s and 80s, stop games? They never
really
stopped games until
before.
a couple of years ago.
Because our fucking stadiums are 80 times larger than they were back then.
Oh, so they have a better chance of getting hit by lightning because they're a little bigger?
Yes, because there's nothing around them even taller. They're built differently. They're designed differently.
As opposed to, you know...
That's true, though. That is true.
What? That's right, because there was no metal in Giant Stadium before they tore it down. It was all just cement and wood.
Of course.
I hate uneducated guys that just rant and go,
You're
right.
You tell me there was no metal in any other stadium until a new stadium. There's not new stadiums everywhere.
I'm not saying that. I hate when assholes, like Florentine, I love you, but your fucking rants about fantasy football and how
it's hilarious. He's a comedian.
Oh my God!
This guy's right though. You probably played fantasy football, right? It's insulting and irritating,
dude.
No, it's not. It's not
Jim Florentine's whole fan base is in fantasy football leagues. He's mocking and oh my! It's just a funny bit.
Yeah, but he rants though without knowing.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Thank God.
I don't know that, you're not supposed to bring your laptop to the sports bar. I don't know that. You're right. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. You got 17 screens in front of you, but,
I don't know.
Dude, you're an idiot.
But look, there's
let me get one more word in. One more word in. I'll let you
No.
You said that because there's bigger stadiums now, there's more of a chance of a lightning storm. How much bigger is the new fucking MetLife Stadium in New Jersey than Giant Stadium?
Right.
Is it 17 million times bigger?
Yeah.
Where it might get hit now?
City Field as opposed to Shea.
The old Giant Stadium, did it just lightning kept hitting the parking lot? Thank God this stadium isn't too big. If it was a little bigger, it would have fucking hit the whole 304 section.
Yeah, they were looking up and
fucking nonsense.
It was missing it by 8 feet over the top.
Thank God.
Yeah, Derek, you fucking idiot.
Listen.
Whatever.
It's a social thing as well. Like 30 years ago, kids weren't wearing helmets while riding bikes. Bullshit like that. People are more cautious about safety. Just like leather helmets in the NFL Now we have
no one's getting hit by lightning in ballparks.
But Derek, you know what pushes this forward? The safety shit. It's one lawsuit happens, and then and I know parents are different with their helmets, but like one fucking or two lawsuits happens, and then everybody gets afraid. Look at the sexual harassment shit. That's all because a couple of big lawsuits happen. Everybody gets afraid
State
of losing.
versus Jim Norton.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said I was just joking when I grabbed her hips and fucking put my half-hard dick in her hiney. I couldn't get a ride because I was nervous.
Look, that's definitely. I'm not saying that's definitely not an influence on these rulings, but you have to also keep it in consideration. If one person gets hit by lightning,
take into consideration, you fucking dolt. Not keep into consideration. You're an idiot.
My apologies. My apologies.
Then every new stadium should build bunkers underneath for when there's a lightning storm coming.
Right.
Through your Doppler radar, that 75,000 people go take cover until it's over. If they're really worried about that, 75,000 people build a fucking bunker.
Yeah, Derek, I think Jim's point is that they're getting the players off the field, but
they don't give a shit
but
about
the
the
fans
fans.
are still sitting ducks if the lightning is actually hitting the stadiums like that.
No, that's what I'm trying to explain. We fucking clear the seats and we get them inside.
I've never been. I've never been cleared out of a stadium in a rainstorm.
Yankee
you just
Stadium.
sit there and deal with it.
I've been cleared out of seats.
No, you haven't been. Sir, no one.
Don't
There's
listen to
no
Jimmy. He's
sporting
being
event.
an asshole.
No sporting event has told everybody to leave their seats.
I've never left the stadium because of rain. They've never told us.
It doesn't happen.
The NFL, it's a fucking NFL rule.
All right.
Anybody, when there's a lightning strike within 15 miles, you have to clear the seats. Why am I?
When the fuck has that happened?
Yeah.
But I've
Dude,
never had
when
it
has
happen.
Give me one instance where everyone has been told to leave their seats.
It's announced, but it's not. You can't enforce it, but it's announced. I'm trying to think of the last time.
It was Browns versus Bengals, 97.
It's
So
not.
they feel like if they
doesn't
announce
happen.
it, then they're cool.
Next time when they stop a game, right, and they go back to the announcers, another 30 minutes, you should look at the crowd. There's still 30, 40,000 people just sitting there waiting for the game to start. They're not all in the friggin'...
Because they're fucking 80 beers drunk, just like jerking each other off.
Oh my god!
Oh boy!
And where are they supposed to go? And then the ticket people.
Yeah,
have
and you
to
know why
fucking
they're sitting there? Because they
seat
go,
them again.
there's never been anyone killed at a fucking stadium
Yeah,
through
right.
lightning, so I'm going to sit here and wait for the game to start again.
People get out of the rain because they want to get out of the fucking rain. I've never been at a ballpark where they've
never
told
heard
you,
an announcement.
Please leave.
Right.
There's lightning. Leave. People go to the upper decks and underneath the tier to keep dry, not because of lightning, and then they come back to their seats later. No one is told. Could you imagine a stadium clearing out and then having to get everybody to their seats again with the tickets?
They don't leave the actual stadium. They go into the concourse. We keep them in the concourse, and then when it's all clear, they go.
Yeah, exactly.
75,000 people in those
75,000
concourses.
people have to go find their seats again. You're a fucking lying sack of cunt.
Hey, hold on, guys. You guys are entitled to your opinions, and that's okay to have an opinion. I hate how on the show you guys take your opinions, treat them as fact.
You're taking your call and treating it like fact, and it's utter bullshit.
Exactly.
I fucking worked for the league for 5 years.
No, you didn't.
No, you fucking worked for nothing.
Exactly.
Whatever. I still love you guys.
But dude, everyone does that when they have a
you.
discussion. You always say your opinion. Like everyone knows that we don't work for the NFL,
Right.
So nobody listening who's reasonable thinks that we have fucking written the law. They know we're just expressing what annoys us.
Right.
We're not coming under the supposition that yes, we work for the NFL, and you should understand that.
It's full of
Anthony, to answer your question, NFL games, the majority of the fan base enters within 30 minutes of kickoff. The entryways and entrance points of every stadium is built to support over 45,000 plus people to enter the facility within 30 minutes.
And I've never seen the seats clear.
I've never heard an announcement to clear
rain.
out.
Right.
The announcements are made.
I've never heard
You
one.
can't have people with fucking
Maybe because they
brooms.
assume we're wearing rubber shoes.
Why have I never heard an announcement? And I've been at stadiums when it's been
Probably
raining.
drunk.
That's true.
You're passed out.
Florentine's the only guy that watches sports. Florentine's the only guy that watches sports. Jimmy just say he doesn't watch sports. Opie plays Sudoku and watches his kids, and Anthony, you drink.
Yeah, that's my whole life. That's my whole life. See what you're doing?
See what you're doing? See what you did?
See, you're making some strong opinions.
You're implying
you don't
that I
know
like
shit
fucking
about us.
prostitutes and getting jerked off in like trannies.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, and you're saying that I don't watch my kid, I just watch sports. Listen, if you say only 45,000 people could fit in those concourses, there's another 30,000. Where do those other 30,000 go when the Lightning comes?
Well, the Lightning knows that they can't get underneath, so they leave those people alone.
Like I said earlier, with how the buildings are built to support 45,000 people entering and leaving, the ramps and stairways are also covered. So that's where they go. I mean,
there's more of a chance of somebody fucking breaking their legs on the stairs than there is of anyone getting hit by lightning.
Damn.
So as far as
it's not a solid proof. We don't have fucking bunkers, but it's better than sitting in a chair with lightning around you.
Why? It's not better because no one's ever been hit by lightning in a fucking stadium.
We go back to the.
Let's go back to the
initial
fucking
point.
If I was at the Giant Stadium and I said I'm sitting there and I got hit by lightning, sitting in my seat and everybody else is in the Concorde, I deserve it.
Right.
I'm like, you know what? If I fucking get hit and die, I deserve it because there's I have a good chance of not getting hit.
But no one has told us to leave.
No one has told.
I've never heard that announcement.
If the NFL's so concerned about the fans and everybody get hit by lightning, they know that lightning's coming between 2 and 3:30. Then tell people to stay home. Say we're not going to start the game till 4 o'clock. Don't come to the stadium. Don't fucking pull shit when everybody's in there. And then
that's a terrible idea.
Why is that a terrible idea? If you're so concerned about someone getting hit by lightning.
You can't predict lightning strikes 2 hours.
You got fucking your Doppler radar on your phone. You know when it's coming in. Everybody's fucking look at the red here. It's coming through between 1:15 and 1:40. Who gives a fuck?
Are you tired of Doppler radar?
It's ridiculous. It's dumb.
I have it on my phone.
Yeah, I know. And everybody's wrong. You hear about getting big thunderstorms at 6 o'clock tonight. So what? I got a fucking roof over my house. I don't live in a tree fort. If I want to get in my car, I got fucking windshield wipers and I got decent tires where I'm not going to spin out. And I got a fucking umbrella if I need to walk to the mailbox. It's okay. It's fucking okay.
You think people panic with their Doppler?
Yeah. There's going to be a big storm coming around 6. So what?
Oh, shit. Anything else, Derek? You made some good points today.
Did he?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Derek is a dolt.
What do you actually do? What was your position, though?
I was stadium manager, so I oversaw all.
You were assistant to the assistant manager at a movie theater.
No, so I oversaw all events at our building. So
God. So
you're calling from Philly, so it's Philly, right?
No, I moved here recently for a career change.
From where?
What are you doing now?
I'm working in their stadium here now at the Wells Fargo Center. I'm doing the same operation, but indoors.
This has nothing to do with engineering
He's now indoors because he was so scared of the lightning.
Yeah, so scared. This guy's just petrified of lightning. Clear the people out. He's running around warning them.
He can't even listen to Metallica do Ride the Lightning.
You know what?
That's too close to home.
My warning.
He used to work in Minnesota at the Viking Stadium, but now to go in an open air stadium next year. So he's like, I'm going to Philly.
I can't take this.
And he won't fly because of lightning, so he drove on sunny days from Minnesota.
Derek.
All right, guys.
All right, man.
Take it easy.
Derek.
I hope we got some free tickets coming our way if you're in charge down there.
God damn.
All right, there goes Derek and Philly.
He was so full of shit. I mean, you can't clear out that many people for a lightning or thunderstorm, whatever the fuck it is.
Lightning.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Redskins? Are they going to fucking fold and change their name?
I don't think so. I think that the owner, Daniel Snyder, says we're never changing the name. So it's up to him. It's not,
when he passes, then there'll be whoever takes over, and then I bet you they're the ones that go.
He's going to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be there for at least another 10 years owning that team. He's like a Jerry Jones. He's not going to let that team go.
I think the point is you can look at any team name and it's insulting to somebody.
Yeah. Well, it's the commissioner that came out and said, look, if one person's offended by an NFL team name, we need to listen to them. When you start opening doors like that, then...
Well, that's what they do to these assholes with radio shows and everything else.
Right, if one person's offended, then we need to listen to those people.
But fuck all the people that don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, of course.
Why don't they have a voice?
I do want them to change the team. That's one thing I actually agree with the PC people on. I think the Redskins should change it, and it's rare that I think that way, but it's not because it's just one person.
Well, what about Buffalo Bills? the Buffalo Bill killed a lot of buffaloes. It was very mean and very cruel to animals. They nearly wiped out the American buffaloes. That's terrible. They should change their name.
Which
was the main
Minnesota Vikings. What did they do?
Oh my God, the Vikings were pillaging and raping. Oh,
yeah.
The Vikings were awful people, but the reason I agree with it is only because they have such balls. Like, we're not changing the thing. But if one of their fucking players utters something racist, they can't get out there and fucking grovel an apology fast enough. It's almost like they would never fuck with Jews or blacks or fucking homosexuals. Like, if a player says fag in the locker room, they can't get out there fast enough. But they can't get out there fast enough. We're sorry.
Yeah.
But, the American Indians, I heard them explain themselves once on a talk show, and I've said this before, and they convinced me. I was always like, fuck them. And then I listened to them, and they explained why it bothered them so much. And they weren't being irrational, and they weren't going, well, it's impolite. Like, they actually had legit reasons, and I was like, ah.
What was legit reason for Redskins?
What they said was, to them it means, and this is many years ago I heard this, it was about, like, that was a slur on Indians, but it was also how the bodies in a cart were referred to when they had, like, how many Redskins you got in there. And that was part of it, and it just bothered them because it was a reference to that.
I didn't know you spoke yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was hard watching it as it rained in my living room.
But
you know what I mean? Stuff like that. They just made sense to me when they explained it. So I was like,
but Vikings did terrible things.
Pirates? What about the Pirates?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not being radical about it and going, everything has to be polite. Yeah. It's just once in a while something happens, and it's like, okay, just because there's so much political correct nonsense, it doesn't mean that everything that bothers someone is wrong.
What about St. John's? It was,
but I think at this point they just go, look, we're sorry. The name's been there since 32 or something like that.
Why they called them.
Why we called, and that's why we did it. And we're sorry if you're offended. It's sorry if the times have changed where you're offended. That's the name. And
how about fucking St. Louis with all the
and we respect you. Boycotting outside the stadium, not buying a Redskin jersey, or even watching the NFL. But it's a tradition and it stands.
What about the Red Men, St. John's? They changed the name to the Red Storm, right?
Well, college, they're all a bunch of pussies.
But that fucking Storm we had last year was a motherfucker for a lot of people. So shouldn't those people now be offended by the Red Storm?
What about the Miami Hurricanes?
Oh man,
that devastating.
There's nothing fun about a hurricane, but
at Katrina. Yes,
there's nothing fun about a hurricane, but they call their team the Hurricanes.
Yes.
What about the Giants and the Titans for midget people?
That's
for midgets. What if you have a midget friend and you want to come over and watch the Giants and Titans?
We do. He's Voss.
Yeah. What if I call Voss up and say you want to come over to my house and watch the Giants and Titans?
It just reminds me how small I am. Right.
Yeah, you did. I know why you did that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now we're just all uptight now in society.
Yeah, in most cases.
It's like the guns, though. Anthony. Like if they start taking away what's the AR-15?
Yeah.
If they take that one away, that's what I was. Then what are they going to go after next? So if you take the Redskin name away, well, okay, so they did it for the Redskins. Well, let's go after this name.
Right,
the Chiefs in Arrowhead Stadium, I'm sure is offensive. I didn't do the research on that, but I'm sure there's a problem there.
They'll always be around. They'll always try to keep going. No one packs up their fucking little stationery and all the little shit that they send their complaints out to because they got one victory and they go, well, we're done here. They go on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing.
But that's where people have to stop giving in.
Yeah,
when it's ridiculous. I just don't think them, because again, when they would never cartoon the culture of another group. They just wouldn't have the fucking. If the NFL had the balls to do that, and they said, you know what, we're going to show blacks, Jews, and they do have the Fighting Irish. Like if they were doing it with everybody, I'd have no issue with it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But it's because they don't have they lack the courage to do it everywhere else, and they can't get their fucking pants around their ankles and take a dick from any special interest group, but this one, which is probably legitimately the most offensive, than some player mumbling something in a locker room, and immediately they're like, we're not doing it, just that is what irritates me. It's their fucking selective.
I just missed the tomahawk, man. Fuck. Why do they have to take that away from us?
Did they take away the tomahawk chop? Do they still do it?
They still do that? I thought they did.
Yeah, we're not really allowed to do it anymore, man. You look like a dick if you do it now.
You do the tomahahk chop?
Really?
You look like a
in Atlanta, the Braves, right?
Yeah. Can't
Braves
do
that?
Not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dumb thing. I used to hate watching them fucking.
I hate that
America's team on TBS. Fucking remember when Ted Turner did that whole thing?
Well,
tried to make the Atlanta Braves like
good for him though.
If you don't like your local team, yeah, we'll just put it all over the country.
It was the first syndicated fucking sports team.
Hated the
So
Braves.
it had to be America's team.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you got to see every fucking Braves game. You're right.
Right? You couldn't fucking find like the Mets or Yankees anywhere years ago. It's like, but goddamn, every fucking Braves game.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I think we've talked about it over the years, but the celebrations in the NFL, how ridiculous is that they don't let these guys do their shit? Who cares if they do their shit after a good play?
Yeah, or even, they catch a long
fuck?
pass and they just throw the ball in front of, or taunt the guy. It's a 15-yard penalty if they go, see, I beat you. And just walk away like that. It's a 15-yard penalty.
The other player's so insulted that he can't handle a guy spinning a ball after he got beat.
You know what? Put a limit. Go, Luke, you got 5 seconds to do a celebration. Anything after that. Anything, do whatever you want. Anything after that. Don't pull a magic marker out like I think Chad Johnson and signed the ball or something, or he did something. I forget. If it's not, but if you want to dance for 5 seconds, just go do it.
And then the argument of it's really fucking up the game, not if it's only 5 seconds, 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, 5 seconds. Even though I hate that, and I hate when, they show that and everyone laughs.
You don't think it's funny when
my
they do a dance?
My father-in-law laughs every time. There was a guy did a
Which
dance
one?
last night. My
Does he get a
father-in-law.
good chuckle?
Yeah, he was chuckling at the guy, and I just looked at him. I go, "Don't do that. I'm throwing you out of the house. It's not funny."
You
just
think it was funny?
No, I go, just because the guy's dancing and he's being silly. That's not funny. I've never stood on a dance floor and just go, "I want to laugh, so I'm going to go to a dance club and just watch people dance." It's a fucking cheap, easy laugh.
But they should be allowed to do it.
They should be allowed to.
We did the whole
5
list of the
seconds.
things that the NFL was looking out for this year, and it was ridiculous. Like, were they allowed to spin the ball?
No, they're not.
They're not allowed to spin the ball. Why? What does that hurt? These guys are putting basically their lives on the line every weekend, but they can't handle someone spinning a ball in their
let 'em
face
spin
after
a
a good
little
play.
ball.
And
they're
as a fan, you
professionals.
love that shit when they fucking rub it in. It's the best thing.
And you can't. Why don't they understand? You're dealing with a mentality of people that like doing that. They're so competitive. That's what makes them good at what they do. You're almost trying to curtail their nature.
I hate sportsmanship in general.
Well,
I really fucking hate it.
And then when you can't rub it in with the team because, you're up 34-7, so you're not allowed to throw any more passes. So, you worked on your offense all year. Coaches are sleeping in their office, missing family, fucking ballerina dances because they're trying to figure out a good plan. And then you're up 34-7 the third quarter. We got to hand it off because that's disrespectful for the team.
And then,
fuck you.
And then if you're brave enough to keep your offense going, then the other team has a major fucking problem with that.
Of course. Belichick got shit for years.
Remember that?
He's running up the scores. Sorry, we want to fucking practice our plays.
I'm not a big fan of Belichick, but I respect that.
I love that he does that.
I respect that.
Even if my team's down 62-0 in the second quarter, keep throwing bombs. Right. They deserve to lose 90-0.
But then the other side gets fucking pissed and they'll start fights and shit.
It's part of it that you're worried about the other guys fucking like taking a late hit and fucking breaking the quarterback's shin. Like, is part of it like they're worried that the other
stop the game at that point?
No, it's just a respect thing.
Have a mercy rule then.
Just like in baseball, if you're up 7-0, the other team's not allowed to steal second base in the 7th inning because you shouldn't be doing that down 7-0.
That's bullshit. Maybe the guy's trying to work on his stealing.
Absolutely.
For when it does matter down the at the end of the season, whatever. Oh, it drives me insane.
They need to be humbled.
These guys can handle it. The players can handle it, so I don't even know where it comes from.
That's what I'm saying. They're professionals. It's not like they're little kids.
They can handle it. They don't give a fuck.
They're making millions.
Right. Because they know they're going to have their shot to rub it right back in their face eventually. And that's what makes it, and then that's even cooler.
Eventually it's going to come out where some guy's going to complain after a game that he got bullied on the field.
Bullied.
By trash talking.
Yeah.
That his mom's a whore. And she's, and she fucked, me last night and my whole team and stuff like that because, she has 5 different kids from 5 different guys and they know the background. Some guy's going to complain in a press conference and they're eventually going to start cutting down on that.
Dave, I read an article. It was about, what the fuck was it? High school football. And said that there's all kinds of things in place now for language. You can't, if they catch you saying fag or making some type of, like I'll kick your ass or just anything derogatory toward the other team, you're out.
On the field, yeah.
You're out.
During a game, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's so stupid.
It is stupid.
It really is ridiculous.
I don't understand what they think it fixes. I think bullies get more bullyish if they can't fucking throw
Bully?
out some, if they can't throw out some fucking epithets, they go right to punching. You know, like bullies.
Well, fuck, if I'm gonna get in trouble for calling you a faggot, I might as well punch you in the face.
If the bully wants
Same
to either
punishment,
call
right?
me a faggot or punch me in the face, I'll go with the call me a faggot in the fucking on the playground. You know, just because I got 3 dicks in my mouth doesn't mean I.
Now, faggot doesn't mean homosexual. Remember.
Well, back in those days, it.
Patrick Harris kind of proved it a little bit last night. He said something was gay. He goes, "That's too gay."
Too gay.
To Fallon, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fallon was dancing, and he goes, "Nah, I ain't doing that. That's gay.
That's too gay.
Or too gay."
Everybody laughs.
Yeah.
And if Ricky Gervais got up and did that at the Golden
Oh,
Globes,
yeah,
that's too
headline across the world.
Oh, how could he say that?
Yeah, but
too gay. That's implying that gay.
He wasn't
isn't
saying
good.
gay as in suck dick. He was saying that's too gay.
But he was all right to say it.
everybody
he's
laughed.
gay.
All Hollywood laughed. Oh, good one. NPH.
They love laughing at.
Well,
some
they
good,
love the
gay jokes and whatnot.
They love the.
So Pacino at the
NPH.
Emmys? Was that Pacino?
Yeah, but he didn't win for Phil Spector. I think he should have. Who
Michael
won?
Douglas.
Yeah, Michael Douglas was amazing.
Michael
You know what? Michael Douglas was
says
amazing.
The Liberace.
Bobby Cannavale won for fucking.
That was a
Boardwalk.
huge surprise.
I was very happy. I
yeah.
thought he was so good.
And Jeff Daniels won for Newsroom.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That was a huge surprise too.
yes, because everybody thought John Bryan Cranston.
Oh, he should have. They should have gave it to him. What, they had to be too cool or something and not give it to him?
He'll have next year though.
What was that speech everyone's talking about?
Which one?
I don't know. He said it's the greatest acceptance speech ever.
Just listen to it. It's the first award given out.
I didn't see this.
And this is Best Supporting Actress in a Drama. And some chick from Nurse Jackie won.
Yeah.
And it was a huge surprise to her and I guess everybody.
And so this is the greatest acceptance
They're
speech
saying
ever?
this is the greatest acceptance
Yeah,
speech
because she had
ever.
no idea that there was a possibility. She didn't have anything written and nothing in her head. She got a 1 in 5 chance of getting it, but she showed up there and wore a nice dress and got her fucking hair done.
It's pretty safe to say I'll never win an Oscar, but I already know in my head where I would go with it.
Even if you're up against Pacino, De Niro, Johnny Depp, Nicholson, wouldn't you just say, "I look, there's no way I'm going to win," but
You got an idea what you would say.
Right now, you've got an idea of what you'd say
course.
if someone handed you a fucking Oscar.
And I haven't even been casted for that Oscar movie yet.
That's like a great point.
But these idiots that go, I don't know what happened.
to say.
Wow, I should have written something down.
Yeah.
Shut up.
And the Emmy goes to Merritt Weaver, Nurse Jackie. This is the first Emmy win and second consecutive nomination for Merritt Weaver. She had her acting piece at LaGuardia Arts Public High School in New York City.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. I gotta go. Bye.
That's it, huh?
And she walked off.
That was hilarious.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I gotta go. Bye.
But that's good though.
The moment.
Hey, whatever.
I didn't mind it. She didn't.
That was real.
Yeah, I'll accept that. She just fucking had a panic attack. And You see Bob Newhart get a little choked up?
Did he?
Yeah. Because he fucking won his first Emmy ever, and I don't think he expected it. Like because the guy mentioned.
Are you kidding me?
Mentioned Newhart. He won his first Emmy, and they fucking an immediate standing ovation. It was
That
really
was
nice.
his first Emmy
Ever.
Newhart never won an Emmy.
No.
Come on, you're lying.
No, I'm not. I was. They said on the thing.
That means he's got cancer.
That's crazy.
Giving it to the old guy at the end of his career. That always sucks.
Oh, dude, Jesus.
I just read, by the way, in this Carson book I'm reading, that Bob Newhart turned down The Tonight Show. That could have been his gig.
Before Carson?
Yep, Carson.
Wow. But then he might have blown it.
Yeah.
That's the other side of that shit. Newhart goes in there and he has a real shitty year, and then there's no Tonight Show for anybody. It's not a guarantee he would have been Carson, right?
No, that's true. That's very true. And Tony Bennett was on Johnny's first.
We had Tony Bennett.
I know. That's what I'm saying with Groucho and what a
And
history
met
that guy has.
Groucho.
I never met Johnny.
I met Groucho.
Passed away.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Is there any more Emmy clips we should play? So you know.
Do you have the Newhart clip of the guy saying that or no?
No.
Okay.
Are the girls talking about the Emmys today?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of ball passing around about
They're
the
throwing
Emmys.
the ball around in there.
Yeah.
Did you get the you got the clip where the seat filler guy walked up with the fucking what show was it? One of the shows won, and a guy that was one of the seat fillers actually walked up on stage.
Why?
Because he just was like, got up and walked up with the crowd, and then just stood up there with one of the
It must have been a writing award or something.
And he just stood up there. I guess they didn't know who he was. And then they just kind of ushered him off stage.
That's great.
Wait, they ushered him off stage with the crowd?
With the rest of them.
Oh, they didn't
and you
make
could see he was kind of confused. He looked one way, and then he looked the other way and walked off
But how do
stage
we know
with
this?
him. It was on the news.
How fucking great is
but,
that?
I know.
But
it's fucking
most
hilarious.
of the writers are never recognizable. So what? The guy tweeted that I just did this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
He just
I gotcha.
like you could tell he was completely.
I gotta
out
see
of,
this.
He was completely out of place while he was up there too. Yeah.
Me and Jameson worked on HBO Inside the NFL one season. We won an Emmy for like a best comedy segment. It was the whole show. But we went to the sports Emmys, and they wouldn't let us on stage. They're like, "No, if you guys win, we're just going to put, like 20 guys instead of like 30." They didn't want us up there. We were wearing like Sabbath shirts. Everybody was in fucking, suits and tuxedos.
Who wouldn't let you up there?
People from HBO, like the higher ups, go.
Like it mattered.
Yeah, they go. Just these certain people go. Like Costas was there, and Marino and Collinsworth, the people, and then some producers and stuff. But we had to stay back in the crowd. But we got Emmys actually.
But you guys are in the fucking you guys. Are the
No, they
comedians.
wouldn't. I know, but they didn't want us scumbags on the stage.
Who cares?
Why did you wear a suit?
For what?
Good point.
We were going to a concert right after that.
The guy. Yeah, they identified the guy. His name was Kramer.
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
Did you get me again?
You got us both.
Did you get me again? Oh, I didn't know.
Are you really got me twice?
Yes, Kramer went up and accepted a Tony. Cosmo Kramer.
Oh.
He was a seat filler and accepted a Tony Award for a play that Raquel Welch was in. And they wanted him to give it back, and he said no. And they said, okay, you could keep it, but you got to fire Raquel Welch because she's a real cunt and would like beat the shit out of these guys. And they were afraid to fire her, so he had to go in and fire her.
I'm on high alert after you got me Friday with the Seinfeld thing because I believe that was the first one you got me with.
Yeah.
So when you went with the high school sports thing, that's when I thought.
Oh, you thought it was.
I'm like, all right, wait,
What was
this
the high
might be
school sports thing?
when he did the high school sports and the language.
But that was true.
That setup was so weird. I'm like, I think he's going Seinfeld. So you threw me off because then I let my Seinfeld guard down.
Yes, you did.
And you got me with the Emmy one. Fuck.
A seat filler.
That's great.
It was great. Kramer, he stood up to let the people out, and then he just kind of got caught up in the crowd, and he's standing up there nodding, and they hand him an award. It's fucking hilarious.
You got me so good.
I know.
Any other clips from the Emmys?
Not unless you want to see Neil Patrick Harris's. He really decided to change things up this year. And in the middle of the award show, he did his musical performance.
Was that with the choreographer?
Is it too visual?
No.
Oh, okay.
That
was it gay?
They did but they did one thing that was the people nominated for best. Who knew there was a best choreography Emmy?
Wow.
And all the people nominated,
Glee,
were either on So You Think You Can Dance or Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
Every nominee came from one of those two shows.
Oh, really?
But they let those they let the people nominated put together a dance number that was like interpretive dance of all the shows that were nominated.
It stunk. Although I like when they put a teeny bit of Game of Thrones in there because that's the best theme song ever.
You like that one?
Oh, fuck, is it good?
What about Elton John? Was that good?
No,
he
he sang
tribute to Liberace.
Yeah, he sang a new song.
What was it? Candle Up My Ass?
Flamer in the Wind.
He did have one moment where, because he was reading.
The HIV is back. Don't blow a load on me. I'm only the piano player. I wish I knew more of his songs.
I know, right? Go through the whole library here, and I'm not getting much.
Fuck the Emmys, then. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, you could throw it around with the girls later on. If
That's
you want.
I don't-
The ladies of the morning mashup.
Piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't taken a leak all
Where are
day.
we at with the Metallica
No
thing?
word on anything.
Nothing,
I'm telling you, I know how this is going to go.
Jimmy's still trying
we
to
got
get
Danzig
a
coming
picture
in too
with
today.
Sad but true. What?
Tony Danza's coming in today too.
Well, I thought you said Danzig.
I know. I was going to say.
I heard
right?
Danzig. E-Rock is brought to you by Mama Mancini's. Wasn't this last week?
Yeah, but you didn't do it on Friday.
We skipped it.
Well, do we have like an E-Rock moment? We can't just do an E-Rock plug without an E-Rock moment.
Well, I could play an E-Rock song.
Why don't we all in tribute go to take a shit and come back late?
Oh, wow.
Or, E-Rock, do you have the moment in Delette?
No.
Mama Mancini's, the
No.
Meatball Lovers Meatball. I heard that there's a new E-Rock song.
There's a few.
Is there a good one?
I don't know. There's so many of them now. Like, there's a dozen songs we haven't heard.
Wow, Jesus. You want to play one or no?
I mean,
we
we
just
got...
have to do the mention.
No? No E-Rock songs?
No, I mean, if you really want to, we could, but I figure we give E-Rock a break today.
You haven't finished the mention yet.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I said it all.
No, you gotta say it in a row. Nice.
I did do it nice. Just like edit the middle part out. It'll sound great for the replay. They know we love them. What else do they want from me? They make meatballs and we love them. Fuck, Mama Mancini's. The Meatball Lovers Meatball. That's good, right?
That's great.
I gave him my own personal touch.
Love it.
Just get rid of the fucks. Florentine, what are we promoting?
This weekend, Hyenas Comedy Club, Fort Worth, Texas, and then I got a bunch of dates: Montreal, New Hope, Minnesota, Rochester, New York, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. JimFlorentine.com.
When are you playing Rochester?
November 1st and 2nd.
You going to be on Weeze's show?
I hope so.
Well, I'll make it happen.
Yeah, I'm getting in town that Thursday night, so I'd love to go in Friday morning.
Trust me, you'll have a really good time.
I love Wheeze. Yeah, I've done a show a bunch of times.
And they got a really good comedy club up there. The guy runs it very well.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Do I do this now or what?
Whenever you want.
How did you sleep last night? Did you wake up stiff and cranky? If so, maybe you just don't have the right pillow under your head at night giving you the proper support. That's why there is the My Pillow from MyPillow.com. My Pillow is the amazing smart pillow with the 60-night comfort guarantee and a 10-year warranty. It holds your head firmly but softly in place. It hugs you and holds you to sleep each night. You're going to love this pillow. My Pillow, made right here in the U.S. in Minnesota. Never goes flat. It's adjustable and it's perfect. It's a perfect fit from when you lay down at night to when you get up in the morning. You can even wash and dry the My Pillow like you would your favorite pair of jeans. My Pillow is the solution to your sleepless nights. Get one now by calling 1-800-299-6694 or go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code XM4 and save 25%. You'll also receive a free press and pack travel bag with your order. Call today at 1-800-299-6694 or go to mypillow.com and use promo code XM4.
The Opie and Anthony Show on Sirius XM. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
All right. Jimmy still hasn't gotten a picture with Metallica. It's been going on all morning.
Oh, poor Sam. Look at him.
What happened?
He's pointing. He's trying to get this figured out.
Oh, E-Rock is brought to you by Mama Mancini's. Mama Mancini's, the Meatball Lovers Meatball.
All right.
Tony Danza!
Tony Danza's outside. Just gotta come in here. Your eye just completely turned red.
Yeah, I got a problem in my left eye.
What's happening, guys?
Tony,
What's up, Tony?
How you doing? Good?
I'm great.
All right.
What's going on with you, Tony? How are you, brother?
Terrific.
All right.
That's Sam, young Sam Roberts. Take a seat, pull
That's
up a
Jim.
mic, and
Looking like $1 million
let's hang
bucks,
out.
Tony.
Of course.
I feel good.
Like
You
$1
look
million
great.
fucking
I'm
bucks.
musical, guys.
You look great.
You're in a musical.
We're on.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a musical called Honeymoon in Vegas.
Really?
I remember the picture?
Yeah.
With Nick Cage
Sure.
and Sarah Jessica Parker and Jimmy Caan. I'm playing a Jimmy Caan part, and Jason Robert Brown wrote a score for this thing. It's great, and we're doing it at the Paper Mill Playhouse in New Jersey. Thursday night's the first preview, and then open October 6th. Broadway Bound is the
That's what you're going for, right?
The hope.
How much have you done acting, stage acting? A lot of it over the years, or has it been more film?
No,
too?
I played Max Bialystock on Broadway. I played the producers. I played the heavy-set Jewish guy. I mean, who says I got no range? Come on, give me a break. No, but I did. I spent Comet. I did A View from the Bridge. So I've had a little bit of experience. But this is the first time that I'm going to originate a part, be on a cast album. Give me a break.
All right, cast album
get out
now.
of
You're
town.
not coming
I saw
into
you the other day. Where did I see you?
Oh,
You were great.
Jimmy.
Oh, thank you.
You were funny.
Thank you.
The other night.
Backstage in Metallica. Did you see him?
yeah, that was.
How about Metallica was there last night?
By
for
the way,
Marietta?
if I run
Yeah,
out
that
the
was
door,
great.
I apologize. I'm obsessed with a Metallica photo, and they're being interviewed down. So
Yeah,
if I run through the, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
He
needs to get this picture done.
Yeah, you were being interviewed. I can't remember what the hell show it was. I caught you.
Oh man,
Leno?
No, it wasn't Leno.
Might have been.
Just a lot of Leno.
What the hell was it?
Could
What
be
did I
on.
see you on? You must know. You know what I mean?
I don't know even.
I don't know. Huh? That happens to me too. Especially when I drink.
Was it local?
I don't know what I did recently.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, I was at the Yankee game yesterday and saw that whole thing with Mariano. It was great, man.
Did you read the article in the Times yesterday about the send off as opposed to a lot of the other send offs of the Yankee greats, DiMaggio and Whitey Ford? He was supposed to get his full year's salary. They gave him 2 weeks severance pay. Yeah, I mean it. It's true.
No, come on.
Yeah, and Yogi, of course. You know that debacle, and who else did they on Reggie? And but this is one of the few where you get. DiMaggio evidently has this, he has his last year is not a great year, and he's very unhappy, and he walks away and says he can't hit anymore, and he walks away. But, this has been unbelievable. And he's the nicest guy, isn't he? I mean,
it's
so
amazing. Like,
very humble.
he's so respected in the league and also in life. He's just done great things down there in Panama.
Humble. Humility. I was reading yesterday in the Times, like Frank Bruni's column.
We get it, Tony. You read the Times.
I do. I can't help it. I read the Wall Street Journal.
I read
I
read the New York Post Times.
Yeah. But he says he's talking about humility and how it's like it's not necessary in our society. It's one of the things that we don't see much of. So when you see a little bit of it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's
but what about
different.
Andy Pettit? Poor Andy Pettit.
I know. Andy was out there.
He's like,
pitching
hey,
his last game.
this
at
is my
Yankee
last
Stadium.
game too.
Yeah, they gave him a bow.
Yeah,
they gave him a bow.
Yeah, they gave him a little curtain call. He came out, he waved his hat, and it's like, all right, take it easy.
Hey Andy, do you want to tip your hat while Mariano's? You want to tip your hat while Rivera's getting into the roles we got on? Just give a little hat tip. Andy.
Well, they gave Rivera an hour and a half
Put the
before.
gas in that car, would
It's
you, Andy?
amazing.
They gave him an hour and a half before the game. They could have gave Pettit 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Give him 10.
And
He
how
had just
about-
announced it.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the Yankees for 1 second and where we are right now.
It's in the shitter, as they say, in the proverbial shitter.
What are they? Six games to go, 4 back.
The party's over.
Yeah. It's done.
They
They're
just
done.
right from the beginning. At least it's not a disappointing season because right from the beginning, I think we all knew that there was going to be trouble this
And it's hard
year.
to judge it, because of everything that happened. I mean, you can't even.
I'll tell you one
thing.
thing. You got to give A-Rod. I mean, A-Rod hasn't played bad since he's been back.
That's hilarious.
For a guy,
hilarious.
For a guy that hasn't played in a long time to come back and
Has a
pick it
Grand
up.
Slam Friday.
How
He
about
had a
Selig
Grand
would have
Slam.
been nuts if he was in the playoffs?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, he hates him so.
Thank you.
He's in bed with Hank Aaron, Bud Selig, the commissioner. So he doesn't want anybody. He didn't want Barry Bonds. He doesn't want A-Rod touching Hank Aaron's records. That's that. It's a personal issue.
You really do? You think that's true?
100%. Absolutely. I mean, you're just making up the rules by going, you're suspended 211 games or whatever you wanted to give him. You're just making shit up now.
You're making stuff up. There's no precedent for that. There's no set thing.
Oh, sorry if he got caught and he goes, hey, give me those records before baseball gets them.
Pull it out of anywhere.
209.
209,
I thought 211 was 209.
209.
We can handle that.
So now, are you a song and dance man in this?
Well, yeah, so I got 5 songs. I dance. I got. There's only one time in the show when there's only one guy on the stage
and
singing
it's
and
you?
dancing, and hey, you know who's in it?
Man.
Rob McClure's in it. The kid that the actor, I call him a kid because he is a kid, but the actor that got the Tony nomination for Chaplin. The kid's really something.
Oh wow,
he's really something. He plays Jack. Bryn O'Malley from Annie and Avenue Q plays Betsy. And I mean, the show is just loaded with people, and my barometer is that the ensemble, those people that are in shows and they can do 8 parts and they do everything, and it's amazing. You feel like you're hanging on by your fingernails because the choreographer goes, here's the step, boom, they do it. The music director says, here's the harmony, boom, they do it, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on a second. And so these people that are like grizzled veterans, young grizzled veterans, are very excited about the material.
Yeah,
a lot of great songs. This guy wrote a great score.
Wow,
And,
that's yeah.
And I'm in. It's like Sinatra land. It's really funny. It's really.
Well,
it's Jimmy Cahn's part as Sinatra. It's with
so
song.
people really were surprised when you come out and start singing and stuff, because we know you're from Taxi originally, and then of course Who's the Boss and stuff, and not much singing and dancing going on there.
And I'll be honest with you, Taxi really, the end of Taxi, I took a tap dance lesson. Yeah, that's what happened. I got hooked on that. And that sort of said to me, hey, maybe I can do the rest of it. Because if I start to stink, I can always tap, you know what I mean? So it sort of gave me a license. And then let me tell you, it wasn't easy. I got to tell you, go out and sing. Go out and put your,
I never
Go
looked.
out, you're not a singer, you don't have a trade, go try it. See how your heart beats.
I never
It's
looked
wild.
and thought that like dancing was an easy thing. That's got to be, and especially like you said, the choreographers, they do. I can't remember like two
great.
things in a
But
row.
When you do it and it works, and I'm telling you something. Let me tell you. I mean, there's a lot of things that are fun in the world. Go do a musical. First of all, it's the greatest team effort of all time. It's like a straight play is a team effort, but a musical, there's so much going on. Even the backstage choreography is crazy. The quick changes, the places you got to run to here, you got to be over there, you got to make an entrance. When I did the producers, forget it, that was the most fun. And it's everybody has to pull together. It's one of the great, and you sing and dance. How's that for a job?
Tony,
what did you do yesterday? I sang and danced.
You should do the Spider-Man play, because I remember seeing you in your Spider-Man back during your TV show.
Don't remind me. You know what Bobby Darin said at the Copa when somebody yelled out, "Splish splash"? He went, "You're going back further than I care to remember."
By the way, you're in one of the most underrated comedy films ever. Fucking Hollywood Nights.
Oh my God,
Michelle Pfeiffer,
right.
Robert
Yeah.
Wu. That was a funny movie, and it never got the credit it deserved as one of the fucking a really great comedy.
I had a meeting with. They were going to do a movie about John Gotti Jr.'s life. So I had a meeting with John Gotti Jr., and so it's, hey, it's kind of wacky. and his bodyguard blocked out the sun. It was amazing. But anyway, he loves that movie. He loves Hollywood Nights, yeah.
That was a very funny movie.
Funny.
My dick is in the punch.
Yeah.
Made me laugh. Robert Wu was great. And that was a really funny movie.
Full already.
Oh yeah, when he's the one-armed violinist and he drops the thing and his finger comes through like he caught it with his cock. It fucking made me howl, that movie.
Yeah,
Floyd Mutrux. Floyd Mutrux was the director.
Wow.
Who else is in that?
Going back.
Bill Tennant. Who else is in?
Besides you, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Robert Wu.
Bobby Wall. Do you remember Joyce Heiser? And she was in a few movies, and they were the Iron Box twins, the two girls. Eli Wallach's daughter.
Oh man,
was one, and yeah, I mean it was.
Wait, was that the one when Turk? Oh no, when Turk came on himself, that was a different one. When he came in his pants. Did you come, Turk? Yes, I'm glad I came.
You know who that is?
Robert Wu.
No, but the girl. Who's the girl?
Oh wait.
The
Turk,
nanny.
did you come?
The nanny.
That's
it was right.
Whatever her name is.
Fran
Drescher.
Fran.
I love I'm giving you guys clues.
Yeah,
here.
I know, right? It's fun. Any TV in the future? You just pretty much live performances
and movies
and movies, of course. We had so much fun with when you were on had your Tony Danza show.
It was great.
Yeah.
I had fun with it too, and I got abused, and it was
it was just so much fun. We would watch. It would actually come on, I guess, right before,
during our show, I think.
Right before we were ready to leave or something. It would come on.
We hung around and watched
and we made sure we tuned in and did kind of a commentary on the monologue. My favorite thing with your segues.
You know what Joel McHale on Talk Soup called them danzitions.
Yes,
like
right.
Well, that's flattering.
That's murder and mayhem too. Hey, you know what I did?
That was because I remember a few of those, and it was like it was an earthquake in California. Thoughts and prayers. We got to. You see this juggler? We had, and we were like, "Holy mother of God! Did that stop short?"
I know.
But oh my God,
not a lot of forethought. It's just going.
You know what? It was great.
Hey, you were just talking. You weren't trying to be some fake. It was kind of nice to see somebody just talking normally on television.
You can't do it though. You can't do it. And I'll be honest with you. There was a time I was really crushed when it was
really
canceled. Yeah, I really like it. And plus, it's you. Tony Danza's show.
Right. It's got your name on it.
But
How many seasons was that on,
It wasn't
Tony?
doing 2 years, and
2
it
years.
wasn't doing bad in the ratings. You know, we were number one here in New York.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
But now, so I'm out doing. When I was out for my book, I was out and I'm going to all these stations, these shows, and it's like, wait a minute, it's so trivia. It's like, okay, this day in history. Okay, this day in history. What is it? In 2002, Mariah Carey had a hit with, and I'm like, what are you kidding me? What happened to the Hindenburg? You know, it's so I would be out of my mind.
There's a million of them too. Everyone's doing a
and you
talk show
have to
now.
just do these people,
Yes, right? Yeah.
And make it important. you
Right,
know?
right. Make
Like,
it
you know,
entertaining.
What do you think is
important,
serious,
fun.
Snooki? You know, it's not gonna,
Yeah.
and I not that they're. It's just that that's
It's not your
you want to
thing
do.
right now.
You know,
Taxi,
Yeah.
dude. Taxi's one of the greatest shows ever.
You know, I tell you something.
It's
about
one
how-
of the great, and you could still watch it. That's,
Let me tell you what happened.
yeah.
Watchability.
So my son has a son, my grandson, right? His name's Nick. He's got two, but his name's Nick. And he's just about to turn 8 when I was out there. And when Mark was just about to turn 8, he did 2 episodes of Taxi. He's got big shows. He plays a kid in a wheelchair, and he plays another time plays this kid that I adopt.
Oh, and then he chooses to go with the other guy.
Right,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
But the one in the wheelchair, he writes a letter. He's a crippled kid in a hospital. He's having operations. He writes to a fighter. Ando Muniz played it, the great fighter, and he comes out of retirement. This guy comes out of retirement to fight for this kid. And who does he choose to fight? Tony Panther. And the only time Tony Panther wins a fight is when he beats this kid.
beats the guy that was.
And Louis says, breaking the heart of ruining the comeback chances of America's greatest champion and breaking the heart of a little crippled kid all in one day. I bet you're excited. So the kid, one of my favorite lines with my son, he was so great. I'm not kidding you. He never acted. He just did it. And he's 7. You know, he's like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they were like, Taxi was tough. You missed a joke. You got to get it. You know, there's no fooling around. He had a great line. He said, you beat my fighter. You know how hard it is to get a fighter to come to the hospital? We keep getting singers. So I showed my grandson his father. I brought the discs, and I brought all of them, and I showed him the episodes.
That's cool.
And he gets... First of all, watching your grandson watch your son, it was a lot.
That
it was
is
heavy.
really
But then
strange.
Metallica-
Yeah.
But anyway, so anyway,
Is it happening?
He gets hooked.
Get video.
And the same thing that happened to my son happened to him. He gets hooked on Danny. On Louis.
Wow.
He's walking around going, "I don't want to interrupt you. I like what you're saying." You know, with Danny. Oh, it's amazing.
What's your thoughts on Andy Kaufman? Did you like him?
Not at first.
We've heard over the years.
I thought he was a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
You know,
we've
we
heard
were all a team, and he was meditating in his car. He didn't rehearse. You know, and he was never there all week. We had a guy who did him.
Are you
We rehearsed
kidding
with
me?
the guy who did him. Yeah.
How did he get away with that?
He was Andy Kaufman. He came Tuesday. He came Tuesday for the run through and Friday for the show. And you know what?
Wow, that would piss.
Never made a mistake. And in the gag reel, if you have a gag reel at the end of the year, he wouldn't be in the gag reel because he never made a mistake.
How would he do? How would he know what to say?
No, he knew he was. And then I really got to like him. I mean, we had a lot of fun. And then once you knew what he was up to, he just wanted you to wonder, you know, what was going. What. You know, was that on the level? You know, and he's so ahead of his time if you think about it. Wrestling and he just he really is like the forerunner of what a lot of people are doing now. You know, it's really at the time when he took us all for Milk and Cookies after one of his shows.
Yeah.
You know, or the wrestling was unbelievable. He used to do, you know, Andy didn't look like much of an athlete. But he wasn't. He was a little bit. And what he would do when he did that wrestling is he'd pick the biggest girl, and he'd aggravate her to the point where she wanted to kill him. And then he would, in the thing, make her think she could physically. And then when she really tried, because she thought she could get him, he'd get her. And he'd crush her. They'd crush her. Then he'd get up and like stomp on her, fake stomp on her, and say, "Get back in and kiss her and take your shoes off." You know.
But it's brilliant because if you think about it, he makes it look like she's kicking his ass. before he
and
turns
he
on
makes her think
right.
she can win.
She doesn't actually win
and
it.
that means you go all out.
Oh,
and when you
my
go all
God.
out and then get beat, you're humiliated.
Oh, man. That's brutal.
It was brutal. He was brutal. And the movie doesn't do
I didn't like
justice
the movie.
to that. It doesn't do it, and it doesn't do justice. There's a lot of no humor, but it doesn't do justice to that day on the set when he decides, when they fire him. And he comes with these two hookers, and he brings them in, and he says, I rewrote the script, and in my version, these girls are going to sit on my lap during the whole show. and he brought these little, remember those little stuffed animal dogs with the wire, and you push one button, it barks,
Sits
another
up
button,
and barks.
and it rolls over.
Yeah.
Well, he brought everybody those. So these things are running around, these things are barking on the set. This is the surreal situation. He's in orange brocade. By the way, he's in orange brocade, and what happened is that he had made a deal with Ed Weinberger. Ed was one of the producers. He said, "You can fire me," because Ed told him, "Look, it's not working." He was trying to playing a guy. He was like he's playing Louis' brother, but he was being Tony Clifton playing Louis' brother.
Right.
And it was horrible. And they went out and hired Richie Ferrangi, $150. That's how he said 150. I bet $150. But anyway, so he made a deal, but you got to fire me in front of people. You got to fire me in front of everybody. So that when the run-through was time for the run-through, people started showing up. The bleachers started filling up. I said, what the hell's going on? Shit. And he comes in and he does this thing with the girls and the dogs and everything else. And Ed goes over and says, Andy, look, Tony, because you couldn't call him Andy. Andy was late. This guy was early. Andy didn't like to rehearse. This guy wanted to rehearse first thing in the morning. He had his own contract.
Twisted. It's funny unless you're part of this whole thing.
So
you got to deal with it.
So here's how it goes. I know. Hey, wait a minute. We were sworn. We had to say. We couldn't say it.
Wow.
We couldn't go, I cut the baloney. We had to say, yeah, okay, Tony, or whatever. We had to deal with him as Tony Clifton. And all of us, Judd, everybody. But everybody was like up to here this day.
Fed up, yeah.
So when he gets fired, he starts screaming, you can't fire me. I got the biggest contract. I got the biggest contract. And he's screaming. And Judd was sitting, I'll never forget, Judd was sitting on the running board of one of the cabs. He was sitting there, and he was just sitting there watching, And finally, you could just see it. He blew up. No, I got the biggest contract. And they get in a wrestling match. They're on the ground. Ed goes over, and it's like, those cartoons where there's a fight, and it's like dust, and you reach in,
and you get pulled in. Yeah.
Boom, he's in. Security comes, they drag him off. It was unbelievable.
Oh,
it was just the craziest thing.
What a maniac.
I know, he was a maniac.
I don't know how you work with that. That's
You know what, though?
It's amazing.
When you worked with him, I got some of my best scenes with him.
Yeah.
Shut up. Where we say shut up to each other.
Yeah.
You shut up. Oh, God.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I think about the show a lot, and it's a great show for an 8-year-old to watch.
Right.
Because invariably what happens is people get in trouble, and everybody comes to your aid. It's about loyalty and about friendship. It's such a different, just a different mentality.
And Who's the Boss is on, like, everywhere still.
Yeah, it's still around.
Yeah.
It's amazing. When I was teaching in Philadelphia, the kids, they don't know who I was. One kid says, I think my mother's a fan. It was like that. Or one kid says, isn't he in Cheers? So like this. So the year was going on, and it came on during the year. It came back on and rerun. And kids started watching it, They come in and say, hey, Mr. Danza, that's pretty funny. You didn't walk like you do now.
How was that, teaching after acting? Yeah?
It's the greatest. It changed my life.
Really?
Because I think if anybody who spends a year in an inner city school in America, a public school, will have their opinions changed about education, about kids, about teachers, about everything. I mean, it's one of the things that I talk about now, because I'm an education advocate.
I see that. Yes.
Look, New York Times. Best.
We see that.
Yes. Oh boy. Anyway, I wish my parents were around. Anyway, one of the things you see is there's a move to privatize, and I keep thinking how do you privatize schools? First of all, privatize education. We got to profit on education. But anyway, how do you privatize schools and not have a two-tier system? Because there are motivated kids with motivated parents and guardians who will go to the good school. The other kids are going to get left behind, and that's where the budget cuts will be. So and we've tried two-tier; it doesn't work. So I think the one thing that's missing is this commitment to educate all our kids, like there was when we were kids. You know, there was no talk of it. There was no question.
Right.
You know, I mean, and nobody had to pay $40,000 a year to go to a private school. I mean, we have to really we have to come to grips with these. You know, it's like I don't want to pay for the deadbeats either. Believe me. But I don't think you can literally throw the babies out with the bathwater. You know, because it's not the kids' fault.
Yeah, it's not. The thing with the teachers, though, apparently, it's very hard to fire an incompetent teacher. Now, not somebody that's doing a good job and, you know, you're trying to clean house or cut budgets
the obvious
or whatnot.
ones.
I agree with
the
you.
obvious ones.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with you. But you know what I saw? And this is where you get a different vision. Are there bad teachers? You bet your life there's bad teachers.
There's bad everything.
Just like there's bad actors. But what I saw is mostly discouraged teachers.
Wow.
Discouraged. You know, let me tell you what the statistics are. 30% quit after 3 years. And 50% after 5 years. They throw in the towel. And let me tell you, I went to orientation. I had to go to orientation, do all this stuff in Philadelphia. It's called New Beginnings, Strong Beginnings. 800 first-year teachers, right? And mostly kids. I mean, there was some experienced people coming from other districts and stuff, but mostly out of college, dressed like teachers, ready to take on the world.
Right.
And I'm telling you, you could have taken on the world with these kids. They were ready to really change the world and contribute. 5 years later, 50% of them say, I got to take it on the arches.
Sounds like a staff.
Yeah, so it's okay, you're right. There are problems, and the unions, I think, have come a long way in addressing it. You know, in New York, tenure used to be 94%. It's down in the 50s now.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so there's been, and nobody knows, but there's been a lot of, in this administration, you can make an argument both ways, but at least they've caused a real conversation about it. And a lot of these schools, with teacher evaluation, I think good teachers want to be evaluated. Well, I would love to be evaluated.
If you're doing a good job, why not? Show how well you are doing.
Yeah, and then it should be merit based. I mean, because when you do better everywhere else, you do better. And why shouldn't,
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
I mean, there's certainly things that we should do, but it has to start with a commitment to educate all our kids, because let me tell you, this is so clear to me. It's a pay me now or pay me a lot more later situation. Because stressed out and unprepared 5-year-olds become, unproductive adults who are unhappy, and you got to pay for them. I don't understand where they going. They're going to be here. So
you ever see it changing?
Seems
like it's a tough spot.
I think when you look at what's going on, I heard somebody say today that what's going on in America, as far as the government and Congress and the president, is a foreign policy issue. He says, because in the world it looks like you don't got to worry about them. They can't build a road. Forget about doing anything else.
Right.
So I'm not sure. I mean, listen. I listen to the stuff. I'm like you said, I read the Times, but I do read the other paper too, because I was in it last week. But which was weird. But I just it just seems pretty simple to me that we're all. This is what I go. This is my big thing. I tell now. I go to people. Do you know the motto of America? The motto of America. People go. Especially young people, they never heard about it. I say, well, it's on the flag. People say, in God we trust. No, that's not it. Don't tread on me. No, that's not it. It's e pluribus unum. It's on the money. It's on our seal. It's on the flag. It means out of many, one. That we're all in this together. In the war years, everybody was, and because of that, everybody's together. Now, the new motto is, hey, I got mine. How come you ain't got yours? And so, it's like my father used to say. My father, big, World War II, Bronze Star. We lost a brother. This country meant so much to him and gave him so much. And he used to say, hey, e pluribus unum. I mean, we're all in this together, pal. I go, no, that's not what it means. But but that's
paraphrasing.
And we forgot that. We just forgot that.
Yeah, there's such divide now, and as far as getting Congress to work with each other, and
but I think
it's amazing how divided it is.
But I think, it's a simple thing. You got to buy in. You either, it's the thing is, if everybody doesn't buy in, nobody sort of buys in. So you got to just buy in a little bit. And let's take this thing with the Affordable Care Act, the Obamacare. Don't get me wrong. Every time you institute any kind of huge legislation like this, it always has to be adjusted. It has to be. There's resistance. But if you work together, you get there. Why, instead of all this, we got to defund it. The guy's not going to sign a defund thing. Why don't they try to make it better? I think a lot of people would go for that. I don't understand what this.
Well, no one wants to work together to make something that the other side came up with better, because it will just turn into a next campaign's commercial.
When I had my show, I had McCain on, and this is when McCain was before he went. Nuts and back.
Yeah.
I can't get over the guy, saying, let's bomb the hell out of Syria, and then they catch him playing video poker during the hearing. And then he doesn't even get it. He makes a joke about it. I lost thousands of dollars. But when he was on my show, and this is, like I said, back when I really was fond of him, I said, and he was promote his book, and I started sneaking a question. So I said, "Man, Senator Kane, before we start on the book, just with all due respect, does party trump country?" And he looked at me like, "Hey, man, I'm here for your book." My book. But he would,
Great question, by the way.
But he wouldn't answer.
Of course not.
But that's what you're saying. You're saying, somebody's going to use it in a campaign ad.
Exactly. They absolutely will. And that's the problem.
Well, noblesse oblige. Remember noblesse oblige?
Years ago, it seemed like more politicians were more apt to do what was best for the country, as opposed to coming up with the next campaign ad for what they're doing or not doing.
You think it has a lot to do with the money? The money in the system, because you can just. Did you see? Did you see that Obamacare ad? I mean, the anti-Obamacare ad with the girl on the table?
No, I haven't seen it.
I don't believe you two guys haven't seen it.
We haven't seen this one yet.
There's two of them. So there's an $800,000 buy to discourage young people, millennials, from signing up. This girl goes to the gynecologist, and she's talking to the gynecologist, and the gynecologist walks in. She gets in the stirrup. She's on the table. Jesus. And all of a sudden, a giant monster, Uncle Sam, comes up between her legs. He's like lurking, you're looking around, and then when he goes away, he's got the forceps, he's got the spreader. This is the craziest thing.
Shit.
And you know what? Effective.
I would assume. Yeah. I guess that's not being played on.
They're saying Tony's got to go.
You're a busy man.
We could talk to you all day.
My movie.
Yes.
I mean, before we go, the movie's Friday night.
Yep.
It's terrific. Joe did an unbelievable job. It has something to say, and it makes you laugh.
Don John.
And it's so brave. What do you see what this kid did? It's wild.
Yeah, I saw. He was like, he wrote it and directed it.
He wrote it, and let me tell you, he wrote a great script because it has something to say. It's funny. It captures a moment of the culture. I was thinking, it's up against Rush. And everybody, I think about being a race car driver, but I never did it. A lot of guys have driven their computers. All right. Hey, let's see you later.
Tony,
Go
thanks
see the
so
movie.
much.
Tony Danza, everyone.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Come back and see us.
Really?
Absolutely.
Come back and see us, will you?
Really
all right.
great.
Thanks,
Look,
Tony.
and the families are okay.
We're all good, brother.
Yeah. Sorry,
Everyone's
I didn't
good.
even ask.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right. Bye.
Take it easy, man.
My coffee.
Oh, don't forget your coffee.
And my book.
Yes. We'll plug
And the
hell
show,
out of
the
it.
musical.
And
My
the
God.
musical.
Tony's busy.
Tony Mooney's
Right out the door.
Tony Danza's busy.
Look, who's there?
Frankie.
Hey.
Frank Sinatra. Huh?
Good luck.
All right. Tony.
He's full of energy. I got to say that.
We see him at the gym.
Do you?
Oh my God. He just I don't know. Yeah.
Does he? Is he like?
People can't get reps in. He works the entire room.
Oh, really?
I wanted to ask him. I wanted to ask him if it was a goof. He was trying to be the mayor.
You're right. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Open that door.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me see that.
Tony.
Yeah.
Weren't you running for mayor? I was just telling Anthony.
I'm
on the air.
I opened my mouth on a red carpet.
You're on the air still, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I opened
We're
my
not trying to catch
mouth
you.
like it means anything. You kid, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I opened my mouth on a red carpet that I would that I think I could be a force for a good thing for the city. And I'm in that stage in my life where I'd like to give it a shot. But
Sure.
in the end, I thought about it. I don't think I could stand the scrutiny.
It's just being crucified. All right.
All right, Tony. See you later.
Thanks, man.
Oh, see, he's downplaying it. In the gym, he was all about it.
Was
had
he
a whole
selling it?
Oh, boy, was
Yeah.
he selling. I would do this and this. And
Listen,
this.
my fellow New Yorkers.
And there's guys that just want to get a couple reps in,
Yeah.
but they feel like they can't do reps while he's talking about being mayor.
Let me fucking do it. I would love to know what's happening down that fucking hallway. Jimmy?
E-Rock,
and,
you know?
No, I don't. I've been
Go,
working here.
go run, because we gotta leave.
There's,
all right, hang on.
I don't care. We can handle this. Just run real fast and give us a really quick update, because
Jesus.
the people
Pete,
want to
come on.
know. Or
You're giving him an impossible task. Run real fast. He just flipped the bird to me. I thought he was out of that
if
studio.
he goes
already.
fast, he'll be back by 10:30. I know.
Yeah, Florentine, Jim Norton got up, then Florentine got up, and then Sam took off, I guess, to record the tragedy.
Right.
I hope he gets it, but there's part of me that hopes he didn't get it.
We all are hoping he didn't get it.
Yeah, okay, I'll be honest.
That's
We're
a solid
all
hour of
hoping
radio tomorrow.
He didn't get it, and I'm hoping it's for a reason.
Yeah.
That. Uh-oh.
Oh, Sam, what?
Sam walked in wincing.
Nothing's happened yet. They're still in there.
Right.
It's looking not 100% right now.
Why? What happened?
Why? You gotta tell us what's going on.
Various people.
You guys all blew off Tony Danza. I think
Poor
he's
Tony
insulted.
Danza.
We were talking about
Half
that
the
in
room
hall.
left.
Oh, my God.
What happened?
He's talking to various people in management.
Right.
But a lot of people have come up to him and saying, "We're gonna try. I just don't want to be the bad guy if." And we got a lot of people coming out all at once. I don't know if they're gonna be together. And
when are they coming out? Any minute?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Do you
check.
understand how impossible
Is Jimmy,
it's going to be?
hold on, before Sam runs away. Is Jimmy really pissed?
Yeah, he's really tense. We're a little bit spaced away from him because I'm trying to get an angle in case there's anything to preserve.
No, it's because you don't want to be around the
I don't
energy that's happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Oh, my God.
Is he spiraling out of control?
I'm going to go find out.
Is it a spiral?
Oh, yeah.
It's a spiral.
It's just getting worse and worse.
It's
and
ramping
feeding
up,
itself.
spiraling down?
Yeah.
I will assume that. Well, all right. Sam will have an update on the after show. I think this is going to be a good after show.
Was that Eric Bana that was here?
I don't think so.
It looked like him.
E-Rock?
I could have sworn I saw him.
We did the meatball thing already.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner.
Did you get an update?
Banner,
No,
whatever his name
there's
is.
a whole, like Sam was saying, he was running back. There's a whole crowd waiting around Howard's door there because they got all their equipment and everything. Ain't gonna happen.
Dude, do you know what it would be like to get those
Oh,
four
my
guys?
God.
They don't travel around in a gaggle, the whole band together, unless they're doing something. So one will leave, one will go to the bathroom. Do you think they're going to be able to get all four of them together
Jimmy
in front
will.
of that thing?
Jimmy will start
to take
working
a picture
it.
with Jimmy? It ain't going to happen.
All right, Lars, you stay here. We'll wait for James.
Do you think they'll wait?
I've seen him try to do it.
No.
Try to line
This-
up like a class trip.
Yeah, yeah, this ain't going to happen.
Oh, my God.
Poor
It's gonna be-
Jimmy.
Yeah, there's
It's
too
going to be
many
great
people
for either
down
the
there.
after show or our show tomorrow or both.
Oh, poor
He will
Jimmy.
lose his mind.
Poor Jimmy.
He has it in his little heart that he's getting this done.
Signed.
Oh, Tony Danza, I got to leave.
You didn't ask him about the bulge in the Spider-Man
No,
costume?
I brought it up.
We were going there.
I brought it up. He just didn't want to. He's like,
We were going there. I know exactly what Ann was doing. He was he was
I was
feeling the
feeling it
water.
out.
He put his toe in
With
the
a
water.
little joke. I
Yeah.
felt it out with a joke, and he was like,
and then he went on. He moved on fast.
yeah. He did.
I was ready to say that you were sporting some good heat.
You think he's aware?
Some good heat. Yeah.
I was ready, but then he moved on really
He
fast
did, he
because he put his toe in, and I'm like, all right, I'll dive in. Fuck
Do
it.
you think he's aware? That
Of course he is. That
his
picture made it everywhere.
picture's
Oh, about
everywhere.
us?
about us
And how brutal we
and the
were?
lines.
Oh, I don't think so. I told him about how we would goof on his show a little bit, but I didn't talk about.
I
the
thought that
lines.
was brave.
I figured, what the
That
fuck?
was kind of brave.
You know,
that we goofed on him.
He seems like he's got a sense of humor. A little bit.
I liked him. I hope he comes back.
I know. I like Tony Danza. He looks great too.
Mm-hmm.
He was all gussied up. Got a full head of hair on him.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look too old. Yeah.
What were you saying about Jimmy before you interrupted, and then I interrupted him?
I said I think Jimmy's going to be very disappointed. No, he's just not going to get all of them together. It can't happen. It can't. If they were all in one place, maybe.
If they were all milling about in the lobby area, he might be able to. But if they're coming out one at a time to leave, do you think Jimmy's going to go, could you wait here while the rest of the guys from the... He'd be like, no, I'm going. Who are you?
You left the Metallica a little early. As soon as the show was over, Jimmy absolutely enjoyed himself. We all enjoyed ourselves, obviously. As soon as we left the venue, he started talking about Monday and the group picture.
Yeah.
Like, he'd even let the I don't know, the feelings that he got from the concert. Like,
they instantly turned
He
negative.
instantly turned that amazing experience off, and he was already on to, okay, so Monday, all right, I got, and was going through his whole fucking plan with us.
All weekend long, he must have been thinking about Monday.
I was out with the kids yesterday, and I happened to bump into him. That's when we were doing the dumb air guitar and shit. His opening line was, Monday, I'm thinking, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, all right.
He is going to be so disappointed.
It's going to be interesting.
Tragic.
Tomorrow. Little tease for tomorrow's show.
It's tragic.
We'll have a whole list of people to blame. And
yes, a whole list of new assholes in this place.
See, I sort of explained on the show. I guess we're doing our own after show now. But with Jimmy, I know how serious this picture taking thing is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's no joke.
Crazy
whatsoever.
Great.
It's his thing. Big time. And he gets real. We all know because we've all lived it. But I know it's great to needle him for the show, but I'm also scared because if you poke a little too hard, he's gonna
turn on you.
He is.
He'll bite.
But so it's this fine little balancing act because when you needle him a little bit just to get him going, it's too much fun for the show. But on a personal level, because we're friends off the air, it's fucking brutal because he takes it so serious.
E-Rock,
you guys brought up earlier how Jim can't just be happy getting what he wants because then he thinks of the next thing and then gets all upset again.
Exactly.
So if he does get this photo, he'll be happy for a moment and then he'll be upset that they weren't on the show. So then he'll be upset again. So he'll just go back into that place.
He'll only be happy, though, if the photo is good, because that's a whole thing, too. It's not even good enough that you got a photo with this person or group. Now the photo has to be good.
Then he's got to mail it out to get signed.
Thank you. And then it's not over yet, because then his new mission is to get the whole band to sign the photo he took with the band.
Oh, did you? He blew a head gasket before because the photography place that he gets his pictures from forgot his Danza picture. I guess his Tony Danza picture because he wanted.
And
to
now
get that
we're in
signed.
trouble because we didn't get any of his shit signed because we forgot.
Oh shit!
We're on the shit list.
Oh, we're on the shit list.
I'm not even kidding.
Oh no, his book.
That's why the Tony Danza book's there. That's why Tony's like, oh, my book. That's Jimmy's Tony Danza book. And he's assuming we did the right thing and had him sign it. So we're on his shit list now.
Dude, do you
want to just sign it for him?
I was going to say we should just sign it.
Yeah.
Give me the Sharpie. All right, hold on.
Because we're on his shit list, for sure. No, he likes it on the cover.
On the cover?
No. Don't put it on the cover because he does like it on the cover. Yes.
All right, here. It'll be to Jim.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
And we'll even say we got him to write thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
There you go.
And now, oh my God.
Now you got to just fuck around.
Tony.
Yeah, fuck up the. Yeah, don't write out. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. You never write out the whole last name.
No.
Ever.
He'll open that, he'll smell it, then he'll read it.
But now he's going to be pissed that it wasn't on the front
Here you
page.
go. Oh, God. Oh, whew. Well, we couldn't put it on the... It's like...
Even when we're fucking with him, we can't do the right thing.
Oh, my God.
Shit. We got it.
Oh.
Someone's got to back us up. Tony Danza left in the middle. We were still on.
Yeah.
We didn't even get pictures with him.
No.
I'll just get one at the gym. All right, y'alls. That was fun.
That was fun.
Flew by today.
That was a good, fun little show. Jim Florentine, of course. Does he have a plug or anything? What does he got? Jim Florentine's podcast, Comedy Metal Midgets. It's on riotcast.com.
Right.
Of course, Mr. Jim Florentine, Mr. Jim Florentine. That's his Twitter.
I guess that's about it. Oh, he's all over the place.
Right.
I guess you could get his.
Hey, man, they blew us off.
I know.
Fuck them.
Get his dates at jimflorentine.com/tour, and it's got all of his dates. It's, Fort Worth, Texas, Cabo San Lucas, Montreal, Canada, and a bunch of other places. He's very funny. We love Jim Florentine.
Absolutely.
Want to do that last read?
Oh, shit. How many times do you have a place to be? You're out on business. All you can think about is the game of the show that you're missing. That's not a problem with the Hopper from Dish. Only the Hopper from Dish lets you watch your favorite shows and games on your tablet and smartphone, no matter where you are. Live sports and shows that are meant to be watched live. You should be able to watch the big game of that season finale no matter where you are. Thanks to the Hopper from Dish, you can do just that because only the Hopper lets you watch your recorded or live TV anywhere. The other guys can't do that. If you're stuck at home for whatever reason, well, you could turn any room into a TV room with a Hopper and a tablet, laptop, or smartphone. The other guys can't do this. Only the Hopper lets you watch all that live and recorded TV anywhere. Just call them 1-800-WATCH-TV. Do it today. Get yourself the Hopper from Dish. 1-800-WATCH-TV. There you go.
All right, see you tomorrow.
All right.
Watch out now. The Opie and Anthony Show continues. Sort of. After O&A Live with Sam Roberts is next.